3 are about to commence. Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Antonio. Today is day number 2 of the NFL draft. Last time we were on the draft in day number 1, we saw 6 quarterbacks go within the first 12 picks, including the 3 top quarterbacks gone right off the bat, including Caleb Williams to the Bears, Jaden Daniels to the Commanders, Drake May to the Patriots, along with Penix going to the Falcons, surprisingly, along with J.J. McCarthy going to Minnesota, and Bo Nix going to the Denver Broncos. And the Seahawks, on the other hand, selected Byron Murphy, who was their first defensive tackle selected in the draft, which I really like this pick of Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy, I think, is a really good selection made by the Seattle Seahawks. He kind of gives me vibes of Aaron Donald, so hopefully he can become a really good playmaker on the Seahawks defense. But the defensive line in Seattle is really legit right now. I really like what they're doing personally. So we all know that the Bills traded out of the first round. They'll have the pick to start off this second round at 33 after letting go of Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs and Xavier Legette to the Carolina Panthers. Now, I want to touch on Xavier Worthy for a quick second. Xavier Worthy, I think, is a really good receiver. He from what I've seen from his highlights, he gives me vibes of 2 people. DK Metcalf and Tyreek Hill. He's got speed. He's got physicality. Oh, sorry, my dogs are tempted to get outside. My mom's going to get some dinner right now. But the Texans will also be picking in this round after getting so many good people in free agency. The Texans, I mean, they're more all in than the Dallas Cowboys right now, if I'm being completely and totally honest. But we're just moments away from the second round of the NFL draft, the second day of the NFL draft to start. Before we get started, today's video is presented by My Life Patches. Hold on, let me see if I can find one of those for you around here. Hold on just a second. Because I want to show all of you what it is. God dang it, I don't have one up here right with me at the moment. I'll see if I can get another thing of the My Life Patches. They are these little things. If you can see one, this is one on my chest. This is one of the patches. And what it does, what each of these patches do is very different things. They can activate stem cells that can help eliminate all kinds of toxins within your body. It can help you lose weight. It can do so many things for many different people. It depends on which ones you get. I get the X39, glutathione, and iron. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll have a link pop up in the comments here in a little bit. But if you guys do have any questions for me throughout the majority of the live stream, please just send me one down in the comments section below. I am willing to answer questions as we get them along. But a few ones that I want to touch on is I've created a list of the top 5 biggest winners of the first round and the top 5 biggest losers, in my opinion. So, at number 5, the biggest winner, I think, is Kansas City. Because Kansas City's Xavier Worthy is pretty darn awesome. He's got speed. He's got amazing. Oh, hey, Joe Stevens. What up, man? What's going on with you? But the Chiefs, I think that they won a very good selection because from what I got from Xavier Worthy, he kind of gives me vibes of DK Metcalf and Tyreek Hill combined into one, kind of like a hybrid. And then one of the losers I have at number 5 is the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys made a selection of Tyler Guyton, which I'm not very full on because we just know that the Cowboys are not very good. I mean, we know they're good through the regular season, but they always find a way to choke in the playoffs. Number 4 biggest winner is Minnesota, with drafting J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner, which I had no idea that Dallas Turner was going to be available at that point. I thought for certain Atlanta was going to take them off the board pretty easily. Instead, they got Penix, which I'll go over in just a second. But another loser I have in the first round is the Bills because they didn't select anybody in the first round. And then a winner I have, now I've been giving this team a lot of heck, but I got the Steelers up here because Troy Fautanu is the guy I wanted originally, but this kind of helps their offensive line a little bit. So they probably are going to go after a center with a pick that they'll have later on. And then the biggest loser I have, in my opinion, is the Donkeys, the Denver Broncos. Donkeys is what I like to call the Denver Broncos, for those of you that are wondering. But I just don't think Bo Nix is going to be a good quarterback right off the bat because it is going to be year 1 for him. It is a first-year quarterback, so we'll see what happens. They could have gone for a defensive player. They could have waited for the chance to draft Bo Nix for a little lower, but I think that's But a winner I have, my team, of course, the Seattle Seahawks, drafting Byron Murphy out of Texas. This guy reminds me so much of Aaron Donald. He gives me vibes of Aaron Donald. And I think that he's going to be an amazing, amazing pick for the Seattle Seahawks for that defensive line. Now, number 2, I kind of debated this between the 49ers and the Falcons. But I felt like the Falcons should be placed down here because I kind of see the vision of what the Falcons are doing with Michael Penix Jr. getting to learn behind Kirk Cousins. But still, I mean, why? Because he's had multiple injury history. And then the number 1 biggest winner, no surprise here, it's the Chicago Bears with Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze. Now, those 2 picks are really good. I think they're going to be very spot on. And then the number 1 biggest loser I had a lot of confusion with this one, which is the 49ers. Now, let me explain. Why would you go after a receiver when you had so many other pressing concerns? You had offensive line to recover on. You had a secondary. You could have drafted Cooper DeJean right there. Or Cooper DeJean. I don't know how to pronounce that name. But you could have gotten him and you passed it up. I mean, I was confused with that a lot. I was very confused by that pick by the 49ers. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. Who do you think is the biggest winner of the first round? And let me know who the biggest loser is of the first round. I think I'm getting a few guys here. Text here. Hold on. Okay. Yep. So, and then also there's some NBA and NHL stuff going on. Hopefully, I'm not sure what teams play tonight, but I know my team, a hockey team, the Vegas Golden Knights, don't play until tomorrow, which is Saturday, where they have a chance to go up 3-0 against the Dallas Stars. Which, I mean, I would have no problem with that, going up 3-0 on the Dallas Stars. But, I mean, hopefully the Golden Knights can go back-to-back. This is kind of a bit of a statement series for the Vegas Golden Knights. But hopefully they can get the job done. And I do want to show something. I have been working hard to get this on my one of my jerseys. Hold on just a second. Hey, where'd it go? Here we go. I got it. Here we go. This is one of the patches I ordered to put on my jersey. The one of where they got the Stanley Cup championship. So hopefully I can get that on my jersey, one of my jerseys today. But I think we're about to get started in the second round of the NFL draft. We all know the Buffalo Bills are up to select once Roger Goodell makes his introduction, of course. But let me know what your guys' favorite team is down in the comment section below. Let me know who your favorite NFL team is in the comments, and let me know what your thoughts are on the picks that your team has made, if your team has, as a matter of fact, made a pick. So here we go. So Detroit is set up for the NFL draft. The Detroit Lions selected Terrion Arnold from Alabama yesterday, which I think is really cool. Terrion Arnold is going to help that defensive secondary a lot. I'm just saying it right now. And the Lions are actually my second favorite team in the NFC for as far as those teams go. Seahawks are always first, though. Seahawks always number one, though, in my mind. But here we go. So Roger Goodell, the commissioner, is making the announcement, and we should have a team on the clock here in a matter of moments. Now, a few times last time, I was unmuting the TV so that everyone could hear it. But I am expecting things to move faster now that we're entering round 2 and round 3. So I'm not going to do any of the unmuting for the selections this time because some of them do happen to happen in commercial breaks. So I'll be doing them, I'll be calling them off as they come in. So hopefully some teams can make some good picks around what their needs are. So we're just waiting for the commissioner to officially start the countdown of each team. It looks like that they're being joined some... Oh, it's flag football kids. Oh, that's awesome. I know that flag football is actually going to be in the Olympics in 2028. That's awesome right there. I mean, I think that that's personally awesome because kind of helps people get out there. Flag football, we all know, is a not as physical and injury-wise as the NFL is, but still, that's pretty awesome that they're including flag football in as an Olympic event. So, I think Roger Goodell is about to put Buffalo on the clock. I do believe Buffalo is going to attempt to go after a receiver. Oh, J.J. McCarthy is doing some kind of announcement. I can't quite read it. Hold on, let me activate subtitles real quick so I can get what he's saying. Ah, dang it, I missed it. So, activate the closed captions. Oh, the Michigan Wolverine football team! The national champs are in the building. The defending national champion Michigan Wolverine players that are not being drafted are in the building. Oh my goodness. That's awesome that they are coming in here. That is amazing. Oh, Blake Corum is there, I believe. He's one of the few in the draft, which, I mean, Blake Corum could likely go to someone. I don't know who he would go to, but wherever he goes, he would have a lot of success wherever Blake Corum goes. But the Bills, I think that they might go after a receiver, but I know the two that are available that people are probably kind of eyeing are Adonai Mitchell and Lane McConkey out of Georgia. Those are the two that I think the Bills are eyeing, but they could likely go after a corner to help replace the need of Jordan Poyer and also along with Tre'Davious White. But we'll see what happens. I think the wide receiver is the most pressing concern in Buffalo after they traded Stephon Diggs to the Houston Texans and also let go of Gabe Davis to the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we'll see what happens, but I think we are just about to get this thing going, and there it is. Round 2 of the NFL draft is now officially open and underway. Bills are on the clock. So the Buffalo Bills are officially on the clock. A team that has been knocked out of the divisional round quite a few times lately. They've been knocked out of the division round a few times. They've won the AFC East the last 4 seasons. But will there be another AFC East champion other than the Buffalo Bills? I mean, Miami certainly has the talent too, unless they can play in inclement weather when the weather isn't terrible. In like where there's snow, rain, or anything like that. But the Jets, I mean, It's 50-50. We don't know what to expect from the Jets yet because we haven't seen the bad man known as Aaron Rodgers playing with the team yet. So the Bills are on the clock. We are waiting for their pick to come in, but they were one of the teams that did not make a pick in yesterday's first round. So here are the three teams that did not pick in the first round yesterday. That was the Buffalo Bills, Houston Texans, and Cleveland Browns. So only 3 of the 32 teams did not select in the first round. So Buffalo is looking to probably try to get another weapon. The last first rounder they got, that was a receiver, was Dalton Kincaid, who was tight end out of Utah. So we'll see what happens here. And also they added Curtis Samuel as well. Buffalo added Curtis Samuel as well. And also along with Mike Collins, Leo Collins, and a few others. But Buffalo, they could potentially be dangerous, but we don't know yet. We honestly do not know what the Bills are going to do because their receiver core is a little bit diminished right now. So we'll see what happens, but if I were to say what the best signing for the Seahawks is in free agency, I would probably say Rashawn Jenkins, and I'm going to go over why. Rashawn Jenkins was only allowed 1 touchdown pass last season when receivers were in coverage of him. And he was with Jacksonville, one of the toughest defensive minds in the NFL. Of course, we know about their collapse that happened later on in the season. But I just think that Rashawn Jenkins is going to help out that secondary for the Seattle Seahawks. And there has been a few rumors that Quandre Diggs could potentially come back to Seattle and re-sign with the Seahawks. I mean, I would be up for that. I would be up for that, for real. But we'll see, of course, how that goes. I'm not sure what exactly is in store for the Bills, but there's the Seahawks, but the Bills are still on the clock. Well, let me just check my family here. Okay, the Bills are still on the clock. We're waiting for the announcement from the commish, but the Bills are still on the clock. The clock is still ticking. So, I'm not sure what's taking the Bills so long. I'm thinking they're trying to get a new receiver, but they're trying to get it right. Oh, it disappeared. Does that mean the pick is in? Oh man, I'm sorry about that, guys. No barking, girls. No barking. Oh, yep, the pick is in. The pick is in. So, Buffalo's pick is officially in. So now we're waiting for the announcement from the commish in Roger Goodell. So we're waiting on that pick. But if you're just joining us, the Bills pick is officially in. So we'll see what happens and who they end up selecting. But I think they're going to go after a receiver. So, excuse me. A little phlegm in my mouth right there. I'm going to get some water after this pick goes through. But I did want to show this. It's something I recently bought. This is one of my Vegas Golden Knight patches that I got for one of my jerseys. And I'm going to be ironing this on here soon. But hopefully the Golden Knights can go back to back. I'm hoping they can, but at the same time, we need to beat Dallas first. We need to beat the Stars and Joe Pavelski first. Okay, so after this pick, it is the Patriots again. So, I'm not sure what the Patriots are going to do with that next pick that they got. But I would like to see the Patriots go after defense because their defense was god-awful last year. They were one of the worst teams in the AFC last year, the New England Patriots, which has been a really big blow for the Patriots with a new head coach coming in Jared Mayo, and the departure of Bill Belichick, who's probably not going to coach in the NFL ever again. But we'll see what happens. All right, I think we're about to... Oh! Someone's coming out to announce. It's not Roger Goodell. Who is it that, Aaron Williams, I think is what, they're saying. Yep, I think it's Aaron Williams or whoever that guy is. I'm not sure. They're about to show his name at the bottom. I think it's a former player. Yep, Aaron Williams selected by the Bills in 2011. Oh boy, are we gonna see some trolling here, but in Detroit? Are we gonna see some trolling in Detroit like some people did it to Dallas? But let's see who they pick. Keon Coleman! Oh, snap! Oh, that's a good one! Keon Coleman, the wide receiver out of Florida State, is going to Buffalo, New York. Oh, man, that is a good one. That is good. Yo, I love what Keon Coleman did last season. A part of that record-breaking national champ, that Florida State team. Yo, this is a big-time steal for the Bills. He's going to be used an awful lot. He can create catches with ease. He made a one-hand catch against Syracuse. That is a really good pick by Buffalo. Well done, Buffalo Bills. Man, that is a really good pick. I like that. Keon Coleman's going to excel at the next level, in my personal opinion. He had a total of 19 touchdowns last year with both Florida State and Michigan State. So that is good. And he's had some comparison to Mike Williams, now with the New York Jets. Keon Coleman, I really like this guy. He can create space between defensive players. He can create so many big-time plays. He can get out there. He can break away. He's got speed. I really like this selection made by the Buffalo Bills. I really do. So now the total receiver core as of the moment is James Cook, Keon Coleman, Dawson Knox, and Dalton Kincaid. So Keon Coleman is the first wide receiver selected in the second round of the NFL draft. But now the Patriots are on the board. I am going to be right back real quick. I am going to go get some water. So I'll be back in just a moment. But stay tuned in the meantime. Alright, I'm back. Oh, we got a trade! We've got a trade alert as the Chargers and the Patriots have exchanged 2 picks. So a little bit of an exchange. So the Chargers their pick is in. Are they gonna go receiver? Now they hired Jim Harbaugh during the offseason, who was with the 49ers for some time in the NFL a few years ago, back when the Seahawks beat them in the NFC Championship game in 2014. So, I mean, Jim Harbaugh, that's going to be a really good coach for the Chargers. I'm excited to see what the Chargers can do next season. I'm not sure if they're gonna gel early, because we know that it is Justin Herbert who has not performed very well. Then again, he has not had the weapons, but they lost some really big weapons in free agency, and also that big trade with Keon Coleman going to the Bears. And then, Keenan Allen, my bad right there. But I know that the Chargers also lost Austin Eckler to the, who was it? Commanders. And then they also lost Mike Williams as well. But here we go. The second pick is in. Another former player out there. It was a Charger kicker from 77 to 86. So, this is gonna. All right, who are the Chargers gonna select? Things are moving by a lot faster than they were yesterday. Who are the Chargers gonna select? Show me the money. Show me the money. Lane McConkey, another receiver off the board. Another receiver off the board early. And Lane McConkey, the Georgia Bulldog, is going to LA to play with the Los Angeles Chargers. Yo, this dude he is amazing. I watch this guy because I watch the Georgia Bulldogs a lot because they're my favorite team of the SEC. But that is a good selection. That is a great pick by Jim Harbaugh right there. This dude's got speed. He can break outside. He can break inside. Yo, that's a good pick by the LA Chargers right there. That was a great pick. That was really good. He can get open very fast. That is a really good selection made by the Chargers. But now the Cardinals are on the board, are on the clock. So are they going to trade? We'll see. But here we go. What we got right now in the receiver core is Gus Edwards, Quinton Johnson, Lane McConkey, and Uncle Will in Will Dissly. Because Will Dissly used to play for the Seahawks, but now he's going to the Chargers to play with Jim Harbaugh. I hope he does well there. I hope Will Dissly does well there. He originated from Bozeman, Montana, so hopefully he can make the Bozeman area proud. But this guy is pretty daggum cool. I like this pick for the Chargers. But now it's the Arizona Cardinals that are on the clock. So, and then after this, it is Washington, and then it is New England. But the Seahawks don't have a pick until the 81st pick in the third round. And then they'll have 5 picks for the second round. That is depending on what they do. If they do decide to trade up, I'm wondering what they're going to have to give away. But I would not prefer to trade up because that would mean that Seahawks would have to get rid of one of their players or maybe even more draft capital for next season, which I do not want that. That is probably the last thing that Seahawks fans want. And we got another trade. We got trade number 2 on the day. As the Atlanta Falcons have traded up again. Are they going to select defense this time? Are they going to select defense? Don't select a daggum quarterback for crying out loud. Not like Penix. Not like Penix. So the Falcons exchanged picks with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm seeing if there's any more trade details. Oh, here we go. So it looks like the Falcons received that pick for the 35th overall, and then they get a 6th round pick they'll use later, while the Cardinals get that 43rd pick and a 3rd round pick. That's a good trade. If I'm a Cardinals fan, I would take it. So the Atlanta Falcons, I'm not sure what they're going to go after now. I think Latu was a primary option, but they went after Penix, which is still got me confused. I mean, why would you go after a quarterback when you have Kirk Cousins? I mean, I see the vision, but I just don't get it. Why do you go after him with that first pick that you have? You could have gotten Dallas Turner. So, but the pick is in. The pick is in for Atlanta just like that. And then after this, it is the Washington Commanders up next. But Atlanta, I do believe that they're going to win their division next year. I do believe so. Because they got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to play, which have Baker Mayfield there. And for full time. And then you got Derek Carr and the Saints with Chase Young and crew. And you got Carolina, who is in a bit of a heck hole right now since drafting Bryce Young last year, which that has not worked out very well for him. So, but we'll see what happens with the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, that's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see what they're going to pick. I'm very interested. Do you get another weapon for Kirk Cousins on offense? Or do you get a weapon for defense on the defensive side of the ball? Because their defense was really good last year. But they just needed a quarterback to help lead this team. That's pretty much what they needed. They needed a quarterback to help lead this team. And I still don't get why the Falcons went after a quarterback. But the Falcons were busy. They got Rondale Moore. They also got they got a few guys. Ray McLeod from the 49ers and Darnell Mooney and a few other guys. But they lost a big weapon in Cordell Patterson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So we'll see what happens with this. So, we got another former player coming out. So, for the Falcons selection, who is this? I'm trying to see the name down the bottom. Andre Reason from 1990 to 94. Okay. But this, I'm interested. Let's see who the Atlanta Falcons have selected. I'm interested to see what they select. Who is it? They get Rook Orororo from Clemson, and that name is pretty catching. Rook Orororo from Clemson. Now, I have watched this guy. I've seen him. He is a really good player. I think he's going to excel with the Atlanta Falcons because he can get to the quarterbacks very easily. He's a defensive tackle from Clemson. I've watched this guy. He can cause a lot of chaos in the defensive line. So I think if the Falcons use him correctly, then he could be a really dangerous person. But that Rook Orororo, that last name is pretty catching. I think he's going to be a meme sensation next year, if I'm being completely and totally honest. But Rook Orororo is going to the Falcons. I like that for the Falcons. I really do, because they need a defensive player, and they ended up getting one. And the Commanders are on the clock unless they trade, which I'm not sure if that's likely or not. They were last in the NFC East last year, which with a new quarterback in Jaden Daniels, hopefully they're looking to bring their A game this year. So we'll see if the Commanders can at least match up with the Dallas Cowboys now that they're weak. And they also got former Seattle Seahawks legend, Bobby Wagner, which I hope he excels there once. And if they do end up being the Cowboys once, I would laugh hilariously. I would. I really, really would. But man, the draft's gotten good so far. So 2 receivers and 1 defensive tackle. So 3 picks in already. And man, we got an exciting start. But a person I am keeping an eye on, if I'm a Seahawks fan, now that the defensive line is assessed, I would probably say that the Seahawks should go after offensive linemen, because they need some help at the protection to help get someone in for Abraham Lucas, because he keeps on getting injured, and you cannot have an offensive line that keeps on getting injured. I do like the Seahawks went after Nick Harris and George Fant in the free agency. I would go either with an offensive lineman that can help in the offensive line to protect Geno Smith, or I would go after a tight end that can block. That would be my personal statement. But we know, based on recent history, that the Seahawks are known to draft a running back in day 2. Which I'm not so certain that's a good idea, because you already got Kenneth Walker III, you've got Zach Charbonnet, and Kenny McIntosh, which this is going to be his first official rookie year, because he was barely used at all last year, which he kind of gives me vibes of Joe Mixon, Kenny McIntosh. he kind of gives me those vibes because he can run up the middle and he can catch on the outside. I really think this team is a Super Bowl contender in the future, but not right now because I'm not expecting playoffs for crying out loud in the first year under Coach Mike McDonald. But we'll see what happens. At the same time, I would not be surprised if the Seahawks made the playoffs because I think they have a talented roster to do so. But at the same time, we need some time to develop our coaching staff. We need some time. But the Commanders pick is in. We are waiting for the official announcement from the Commanders organization. They did not trade down. And then after this, it is the Patriots, and then the Titans, and then the Carolina Panthers, who already got Xavier Legate. Now, Legate has had some comparison to Deebo Samuel, which I think that Xavier Legate is going to perform very well in Carolina. Although we are not expecting Carolina to be a playoff team, he's going to perform well there under Bryce Young, who is still young and developing. But we'll see what happens with Carolina. We are still waiting in Detroit for the pick for Washington. The Commanders, which is still a corny name. I don't even know why they changed their name in the first place. Pretty much, because the Redskins was a pretty good name for them. I think from what I heard, some people took racist stuff from that, so beats me. Really beats me. But here we go. Commanders are up to select, and it looks like Roger Goodell is joined by someone. So, I don't know who that is. Oh, Darrell Green. Darrell Green is out there for the Commanders. Darrell Green. I'm not very familiar with that name. But, hopefully the Commanders get someone good. And then the Green Bay Packers pick is in 5 picks. They're 5 picks away from the Green Bay Packers selecting, which the Packers are going to be dangerous next season. We know that. The Green Bay Packers are going to be dangerous next season. So here we go. But we're just waiting for the announcement. Darrell Green is heading up to the podium to announce this for them. Oh, he's got a little jersey. That's cool. That's really cool, I have to say. Alright, can we just get the announcement already? Come on. Come on, man. We don't have all day. Oh, boy. Oh, man. So, hopefully the Commanders select someone good. Oh, he's putting on the jersey. Just getting a little hydrated there. Okay, here we go. So, he was the 28th overall pick by the Washington Commanders in 1983 when they were the Redskins. So, who are the Commanders exactly going to go for? So, hopefully the Commanders select someone good. But we'll see. I think they probably might go defense or offensive line. Okay, here we go, I think. Come on, just say it already, Darrell Green. Just say it. Say it, you goddamn player. Excuse my language there, my bad. Come on, man. Let's see. Oh, man. And, Jaden Daniels could excel with the Commanders. I would not be surprised if they were to excel early with Dan Quinn. Because Dan Quinn did lead the Falcons to a Super Bowl, but before they got beat down by a ton in the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. And it's still the first game to ever hit overtime. Alright, here we go. Finally, who is it? Who is it going to be? Oh! I didn't even know this guy was still on the board! Did the Commanders select Jerzan Newton a defensive tackle out of Illinois. Yo, I did not know that he was still available. I had no idea he was still available. Oh man, that is big time. Yo, Jerson Newton, I looked at him as a potential player for the Seahawks to go get. But Jerson Newton, let me talk about this guy for a second. He was teammates with Devin Witherspoon back when he was in Illinois. And Jerson Newton has been a massive defensive threat. He has been a massive chaos maker. He can create chaos with ease. And with him going to a division like the NFC East, where you're going against quarterbacks like Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, and Daniel Jones or Drew Lock, that is big time. Because he can get up there, he can cause chaos, he can force turnovers. That is a really, really good pick by the Commanders. Because they did lose Chase Young in that trade. Also along with Montez Sweat to the Bears. But now with this defense, getting some new guys, they got Bobby Wagner and Jerson Newton, along with the two new additions in the defensive line for the Commanders. That is a really good pick. That is really good. I like that pick for the Commanders. And, I mean, who knows? The Commanders might be a threat next year. I mean, who knows? Who knows what to expect from the Commanders these days? But the Patriots are already announcing their pick. That came up very fast. So that went by very fast. So who are the Patriots going to select now? I would think they would go after another receiver just to help with their receiving core. But their defense, I think, is a primary issue. So, we'll see what happens, but we'll see. Okay, come on, man. All right, here we go. Who is it going to be? Oh! I did not see this name coming. Jalen Polk, a wide receiver out of Washington. Okay. I did not see that coming. I was expecting like Adonai Mitchell, but hey, that's a good pick. That is a really good selection by the New England Patriots. Really good pick by the Patriots. I mean, I watched this guy in Washington, UW. That is a really good selection made by the New England Patriots. I think they needed another weapon, so they ended up getting another receiver. But now it's Tennessee. Are they going to go after another receiver? Or are they going to go after defense? Because they got L'Jarius Sneed, which I think is a really good selection by Tennessee that they ended up getting in that trade. I'm going to sit down here for a little bit. But the Tennessee Titans are waiting to have their pick in. What are your... and if you're currently viewing this, let me know of a question you might have in the comment section below. Be sure to let me know. So, the Tennessee Titans are up next to pick, and then it is the Carolina Panthers, the Commanders again, and the Green Bay Packers. So, we'll see what happens. But the Bears, I mean, they could be a sleeper team next year. They really could very well be a sleeper team. It's likely because, I mean, I'm not expecting playoffs for the Bears, but at the same time, they're gonna be dangerous. And if they can at least beat their division rival, the Packers, that would be really huge for the Chicago Bears organization. But I mean, I'm not sure who the Bears else need. Because their defense was really pretty decent last year. They were pretty decent. But overall, I just don't know what they need, the Bears. Because they've not had a relevant quarterback in a long time. They've not had a relevant quarterback in a very, very long time. So we'll see what happens there. But if you're just joining us, the teams that recently selected the Commanders selected Jerzon Newton out of Illinois, and the Patriots went with Pollock from what was it? Washington. That was it. But the Tennessee Titans pick is coming up, so we'll see what they do. And then in a few picks, it is Philly and Pittsburgh a few times. But we'll see what happens there. But let me know if you guys have any questions for me down in the comments, because I'll take questions all day. But it looks like the schedule is going to be coming out soon. We already know our first week 1 matchup, which is taking place in Brazil between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. I've not gone over this on my channel yet, but I believe this is going to be that's going to be a good matchup. You got Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love going toe-to-toe. I think that both sides are evenly matched. But if I were to go with a team right now between those two, I would give Philly the edge because I think the Eagles' defense is pretty good. I think that their defense is getting stronger, and they got a new defensive coordinator in Vic Fangio, and the coordinators were a big issue for the Eagles last year, including that Week 15 upset that the Seahawks made against them, which I'm still surprised to this day, because the last 2 games we've had the Eagles number. We've had the Eagles number every single time we've gone against them. But I mean, I never underestimate the Eagles. Never. So we'll see what happens, but I know that the Seahawks are going to have a few very decent games on their schedule. I know one of them is Green Bay, which that's going to be a renewed rivalry. Because I know that the Packers and Seahawks rivalry dates back all the way to 2015's NFC Championship game. And that was a pretty good rivalry back when Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson were still with the team. So we're waiting for the Titan pick to come in. It's already in, but we don't have any detail on who they're selecting yet. They haven't officially made an announcement yet. They already selected J.C. Latham in the first round with their 7th overall pick. But are they going to go after defense this time? I would think that they would, because even though their defense was ranked number 16 in the NFL last year, you need to compete with Kansas City in order to win a Super Bowl if you're a member of the AFC. But the Titans only had 6 wins this season, which is their fewest since 2015. Which, I mean, I didn't expect the Titans to be in that position where they would be so weak. But here we go. The selection is in. Oh, Warren Moon is in attendance. A legend is in the building. Warren Moon. Okay, who is it that they're going to select? Warren Moon is in the building. A longtime famed Hall of Famer. So I've heard of this guy, but I wasn't watching NFL because that was long before I was even born. Pretty much. But let's hope that the Titans make a good selection. All right, who is it, Warren Moon? Who is it? Oh! Big time steal alert! Trevondre Sweat! The other Texas defensive line is going to Tennessee. Trevondre Sweat. Oh, man. Oh, that's a big time steal. Yo, this dude is a run-stopping beast. He can get to defense. He can get to quarterbacks very easy. He's big. He's massive. And he was teammates with the Seahawks pick, Byron Murphy. So that is really good by Tennessee. I like that pick because he was awesome last year. He had 2 sacks and 8 tackles for loss last year, or both of them career highs. So that is really huge. That's a big pick. Of course, we know he had the DUI instance because of him speeding or what was it? Oh, his car was hit. Car was hit. That's right. But that is a big. Oh, we got another trade. We've got another. As the Rams have traded up, the Los Angeles Rams have traded up. But oh man, who is next after that? I think it was Washington. But what did the Rams have to give up? That is the big question. We'll see. I want to see what happens here. What this how this trade went down, and what exactly they had to give up. But the Rams have traded up, so we'll see what happens. So the Rams, their pick is in, but we have had a trade come in. So I'm just waiting for the details to pop up for the Los Angeles Rams. I'm just waiting on the details. Come on, details. Pop up already. Pop up. Come on. Show me those trade details, god dang it. Come on, man. I want to know what the Rams gave up. And who was it exactly that they traded with? Who was it that was at 39 before that? God dang it. Was it Washington? No. Washington was at number 4. Was number 40. Oh, here we go. The Rams selection is in. Oh, Isaac Bruce, the Los Angeles Ram legend, who won a Super Bowl with the Rams in 1999. So the Rams actually got beat out by the Detroit Lions last season. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Rams house. He's doing the whose house? Rams house. Yeah. Who are the Rams going to select though? Who is it? Oh, Brendan Fisk. Oh, they got another Florida State player. They selected Jared Verse yesterday, and now they get his teammate, Brendan Fisk. Oh, Brendan Fisk, my bad. But man, I had no idea that he was going to go to LA. But who is it they traded with? I am still curious on who they traded with. But man, that is a good selection by the Rams. I mean, they're looking to build their defensive line because of Aaron Donald being gone. Oh man, I'm just scared to go against them right now because Jared Verse and Brendan Fisk. I mean, are you kidding? 2 Florida State players that played with each other. Oh my gosh, that is gonna be a dangerous setup. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, Rams. Why do you have to do this to us? Always be the thorn in our goddamn side. Oh my goodness. The Rams always do this. They always get the good defensive players. Every single time. They go after a great defensive player and they get one. And we got another trade. This time it's the Eagles trading up. And at least I know what pick that is that they traded up to get. So the Eagles have traded up. Are they really going to get Cooper DeJean? Are they really going to get Cooper DeJean right here? Are they, oh my god, if they get Cooper DeJean and Quinton Mitchell, I would lose my flipping mind. Because Cooper DeJean and Quinton Mitchell playing for the same team? Are you kidding? That would be a dominant duo right there. Especially when you already have Darius Slay. I mean, that is insanity. Getting that pick right there. Oh my god. But the Rams pick though, I did not see that coming. I did not expect them to trade up. But what was the team they traded up with? I have no idea who it was they traded up with. If someone knows in the comments, let me know in the comments. But man, so the Seahawks are only 41 picks away from choosing unless they do attempt to trade up. But if they did, what would they have to do? Would they exchange 2 picks or would they have to give away a player? So The Eagles, if they kick Cooper DeJean, I would be mind blown, and I would hate the Eagles if I'm a Cowboy fan. I would hate them right there, because oh man, if Cooper DeJean goes and Tom Grossi Packers are up next, oh man, I could just see Tom right now. I could just see Tom Grossi right now. I could just see his face right now if they selected Cooper DeJean. But then after the Green Bay Packers, it's the Houston Texans. We've had a lot of trades in the early parts of this round too. We've had a lot of lots of early trades, and some of them are going by very quickly. Oh man. But I don't know who the Eagles are looking to get, because they already got Quinton Mitchell. If they get Cooper DeJean, that is gonna really light a flame in Dallas. That is gonna get the Cowboy fans in a frenzy, because the Eagles are pretty much far ahead of the Cowboys right now, and the Cowboys would just go berserk if this happened. Speaking of which, when is the Cowboys' next pickup? I can't see. I don't think it's for a while. So, and we have another trade that just transpired between Green Bay and New Orleans. I just saw it pop up down there. I saw those two spaces swap. So the New Orleans Saints will be up to pick next after the Eagles. I mean, who are the Saints going to go after now? Are they going to go after more offensive line? I think that they would, because their primary need is offense. Their defense is already good, but their offense needs some big-time help. They need some big-time help on offense. Oh, and the NFL schedule release is in the month of May. I'm wondering when my teams have to face the Packers. I'm wondering if it's going to be on Sunday night, or maybe even Monday night. I hope it's on a nighttime game, a prime time. Hope at least we get one primetime game. Hopefully. But Keon Mitchell. So here are the trade details. They exchanged 3 picks with the Commanders. They exchanged 3 picks, giving the Commanders the 50th and 53rd along with another round pick. And the Eagles, on the other hand, get some more picks. So it was an exchange of 3 picks. So that's good news for the Eagles. They didn't have to give up a player. Okay, we got another former player. Is it Fletcher Cox? Has to be, right? Oh, Brandon Graham. Yep, that's right, Brandon Graham. Oh, man. And he did win a Super Bowl recently, more recent than the Cowboys have. Just trying to rub it in a little bit in Dallas. But, so, oh man, are they gonna really? He said Dallas sucks all day. Oh man. Oh man, Brandon Graham, you are so hilarious. Oh man. But are they gonna select Cooper DeJean? Oh my God! If they select Cooper DeJean, there it is, right there and then, Cooper DeJean, Quinton Mitchell, and Cooper DeJean. Yo, the Eagles! Oh my gosh! I saw this coming. Cowboy fans are probably going ballistic right now. They're probably going ballistic because the Eagles are so much better at drafting than the Cowboys right now. Oh my goodness. Cooper DeJean is gonna be an Eagle. Oh my goodness. Yo, he's really good. He's a great corner, and he can be a great punt returner as well. In his time in Iowa, he was a great punt returner. But the Eagles get another good player. Oh man, the Cowboy. Oh, I bet Scooter right now is not happy. I bet Scooter is not happy right now. If you don't know Scooter McGregor, check him out if you can. But man, Cooper DeJean to the Eagles? I mean, are you kidding me? They already got so many good guys, and you put him on there now? Oh my goodness. The Eagles are going to give those Cowboys hell next year. Excuse my language there, but it's true. But we got another trade that just happened between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers, which just transpired a little while ago before the Cooper DeJean pick. But, oh man, Cooper DeJean, him going in there to help return, he's kind of, and they're giving him vibes of Malcolm Jenkins, which I think is a good comparison. It's a really good comparison because they're very similar and they're good returners. But listen to this. With the defensive players who are there right now, you got Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, Quinton Mitchell, and now Cooper DeJean. And now the Saints are up to select. Who is that that's up there? Taysom Hill. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Yeah, he's going to announce the next guy. Who is it that they're going to select? I'm wondering. Who is it? Kool-Aid McKinstry, the corner out of Alabama. And the Saints get another defensive player. And they've got another defensive player off the board. Kool-Aid McKinstry is off the board. That is a good pick by the New Orleans Saints. That is a really good one. I like that. Because Kool-Aid McKinstry, I'm just going to call him Kool-Aid, he is a really good corner. He can cover well. He can lay down hits. He can read out plays as they're coming in. I mean, they're showing a play right now that he snuffed out a run to the right side. He's a good, I'm the guy to admit, that's a good pick. I'm just glad we don't have to play the Saints this year, for crying out loud. I'm just glad we don't have to play the Saints. Let me see if I've got anything in the comments as of the moment. Nope, just Joe Stevens that happened earlier in the show. But Kool-Aid McKinstry, you add him on there now with Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, and Tyrann Mathieu. Oh man, that defense is going to be a threat next year. And it also Chase Young as well. That is going to be a dangerous defense next year. And the Texans are in the pick. Their pick is in. So now it is the Texans' turn. What are they going to go after? Because I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. So we'll see. I'm going to stand up here for a little bit. Also, if you have any questions for me, be sure to let me know. Because I'll be taking questions all stream long.
Take a break.
Sorry about that. I was talking with my mom there for a second. But the Texans were the most surprising team last year, with going 3-13-1 a season prior to becoming 10-7, and then going into free agency and going all in more than the Dallas Cowboys with Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon, and Danielle Hunter. But the selection's about to be made. Who is it going to be? So Christian Harris is up there to make the selection. A current player for the Houston Texans. Who is it that they're going to select? Oh, Kamari Lester. A corner out of Georgia. Okay. I like that. I really do. I really like that. Because they needed a corner, I think. Because they needed someone that can get in there, play with Derek Stingley Jr., and help the secondary. I think this team's going to be flat out dangerous next year. This team's going to be a dangerous one. So I like this pick a lot for the Houston Texans. So, and now it's the Arizona Cardinals up to select, and then it'll be the Raiders and the Packers, and then also along with the Indianapolis Colts for the next 4 picks. But lots of, oh man, I just really want to see Tom Grazzi's face about that Cooper DeJean trade, Cooper DeJean drafting by the Philadelphia Eagles. That is going to be dangerous, and I bet Scooter's just screaming into a pillow right now. I bet the Cowboy fans are screaming into a pillow right now after that draft pick. But also, today's video is presented by My Life's Patch. This is one of the patches that I have. I said earlier in the show that we would have a link posted on that channel here in a second. And we'll wait for it to pop on in. But the Cardinals are up to pick next. We're waiting until after the commercial break. But if you just missed it, in case you missed it, Cooper DeJean is now a Philadelphia Eagle. After the Eagles traded up to get Cooper DeJean, which probably has Cowboy fans screaming into a pillow right now. It probably has Cowboy fans screaming into a pillow right now, if I was a Cowboy fan, which obviously I'm not. But, man, the Seahawks, they're on, oh man. I'm wondering if the Seahawks are going to do something, because we've seen a lot of early trades, and most of them have been exchanging picks. And if that were to happen, it would probably happen maybe a little closer to our pick, which currently it's the 43rd pick, which means that we're 38 picks out from ours that we have in day 2. Which, I mean, I would like to trade. I mean, I wouldn't mind that if we're just exchanging picks. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. I would not mind that at all. Because we got 5 picks for day number 3. We got 5. And I think if we were to trade up, we can exchange at least one of those 2 picks. At least one of those 5 picks along with that 3rd rounder. I mean, that would be a really good strategy if I'm John Schneider right now. If I'm John Schneider, I'm looking at trading up with a team that can exchange picks. Kind of similar to what the Seahawks did with the Commanders during the trade for Sam Howell, which, I mean, I'm not mad about the Sam Howell signing. I am not mad, because Sam Howell, one of the teams that he actually wanted to come to during the draft where he was available, he said one of the teams he wanted to play for was the Seattle Seahawks, because he loves the environment there. He loves the in total fans there, because they're one of the loudest fan bases in the NFL, right there with Kansas City. As a matter of fact, for the last few years, we know from 2014 and further, the Seahawks had one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. And then the Chiefs' legendary player, Mahomes, came into play. And then it was kind of back and forth between the Seahawks and the Chiefs for the loudest stadium, because we all know Arrowhead is a heck of an environment. We know Arrowhead Stadium is a hostile environment, and so is Seattle. I mean, if I'm a Seahawks fan right now, I would predict a record. I would say the floor for the Seattle Seahawks is 7-10 if at all lowest, so that way we can get a higher pick. But the ceiling, now, some of you might be surprised with this, but I have the ceiling being 11-6, and let me explain. If this team gels early and works together as a team, this team could just be amazing. I mean, you look at the Seahawks right now, you got a defensive line who just added Byron Murphy yesterday, which he is a defensive superstar, and you also got a secondary with 2 great players in Tariq Woolen and Devin Witherspoon. And then you look at their offense, they're stacked with receivers. You got DK, JSN, Lockett, and so many others. I mean, that if this Seahawks team makes the playoffs, I would both be surprised and not be surprised. But here we go. The Cardinals pick is in. Let's see who they are going to select. Leonard Davis is in the building, an offensive lineman for the Cardinals back in 2021 when he was the second overall pick by the Cardinals. But, oh man. Who are the Cardinals going to select? Because they already got a receiver and they already got a defensive rusher. Who all do they need now? Who all do they need now? I mean, I'm curious. All right. I think we're about to hear the announcement. Here we go. Who is it, Cardinals? Oh! Max Milton out of Rutgers. Okay. I did not see that coming. Let me see this guy. I'm not very familiar with this kid. Oh, okay. He's a good coverage. Let's see here. Okay. I mean, I wasn't very familiar with this name, but oh my goodness. That's not bad. This kid is not bad at all. Oh, and it looks like he can read out plays on like runs, like those little slant runs that you get on like the right or left side. Oh, okay. I don't know who this guy is, but I mean, he looks good. He looks good, but hopefully the Seahawks can beat them up pretty good because we've swept them for pretty much the last 2 years. Hopefully we can keep that streak up against the Cardinals because we've had their number the last few times. But the Raiders pick is now in. We'll see if anything happens with them. And then it's the Packers. And oh boy, the Raiders are up to pick already. They're up already. So who is it that they are going to select? Oh man. Oh, Super Bowl 15 MVP. We got a legend in the building for the Raiders Nation. Won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders out of the 3 that they have. None currently in Vegas so far. So who are they going to select? Jackson Powers Johnson! Oh my gosh! I didn't know this dude was still available. Oh my gosh! Oh man, that's a good one. I like that pick for the Raiders because they needed help at the offensive line. That is a really good selection. That was a really good pick. I like this for the Raiders because he's a big, strong offensive lineman. He's big, he's tough, and my goodness, that is huge. That is a big pick for the Raiders. Now, I saw some comments here. Oh, yeah, here's, down at the bottom is the LifeWave sign-up information. There's a link down in the comments. If you want to check that out, this is how you can get those patches that I specified earlier in the video. So, if you guys want to check out that link, be sure to click it before you hop off today. But the Packers are up and their pick is already in. And then after this, it is the Colts, and then the Giants, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, who are the Packers going to select? I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the Packers are going to select because they've already got a good receiver core. I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure what entirely the Packers are going to do. I mean, oh man, if I'm them, I would personally go after an O-lineman. I would personally either go after an O-lineman or I would go after a safety. Either one of those two would work for me. Oh, and Kitchens is still on the board. Cam Kitchens is still on the board. Oh, man. Oh, if they get him, they would get a good weapon in Cameron Kitchens. That would be huge if Cameron Kitchens were selected here for the Green Bay Packers because he gives me so much vibes of Cam Chancellor. He gives me so much vibes of Bam Bam Cam back in the Legion of Boom. And also along with his safety counterpart and teammate, James Williams. Who is it going to be? Oh, Adrian Cooper, a linebacker out of Texas A&M. Oh man, I've looked at this kid. I've looked at him, and he gives me a little bit of resemblance to Patrick Queen. He's an explosive blitzer, and oh man, the Packers got a great linebacker here. That is awesome. That is a great pick by the Green Bay Packers. That is a good pick, I have to say. I don't like him, but that's a good pick. That is a good pick. I have respect for him, but as Tom knows, we kind of have a bit of a rivalry between the Seahawks and the Packers. But man, that is big time right there. That is big time. That is a good selection, I have to say. That is a really good selection. And we got another trade. We have got another trade. How many trades are we going to get? We got the Carolina Panthers trading up with the Colts. And their pick is in. Oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming at all. And Adrian Cooper has had some comparison to Devin Lloyd. He's had some comparison. That is a really good pick by Green Bay. Now Carolina's on the clock, and their pick is in. So that they just traded up with the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know what the trade details are because they haven't shown them. But here we go. The Carolina Panthers are up to select. Dang it, I'm out of water. I'll go and get that after this pick is made here. And then after this, it's the Giants. Who are they going to pick? Okay, who is it? Oh, one of the great Carolina Panther players is there. Who are the Panthers going to select? Let's see who they are going to select. Okay. I mean, they already got a receiver. I would not be surprised if they went after defense. Okay. I'm waiting for who it is to be selected. Are we going to see another O-lineman drafted here? Because I think Bryce Young needs some more protection. Okay. Just get on with the announcement already, gosh dang it. Just get on with the announcement already. So the Colts traded down with the Carolina Panthers. So I'm not sure what the trade details are. So we'll see what happens. Who are they going to select? Who is it? Oh! They got a running back! The first running back off the board! And it's Jonathan Brooks! The first running back off the board in the draft! Oh my! Yo, Jonathan Brooks, I gotta talk about this man right now. This dude has got speed, he's got physicality. He kind of gives me reminds me of Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch. He gives me those vibes because he can catch on the left side and he can run with such physical force. He can do so many things. He's got speed, he's got athleticism. That is a really good pick by Carolina. I did not expect a running back to come off the board. But if I'm a Carolina Panther fan right now, I'll take it because I think they needed another weapon for Bryce Young. So I am going to take this moment to get some more water. I'll be right back, and then we'll see who the Giants end up selecting. Alright, I'm back. Just got some water real quick. And I know that running back that just came off the board, Jonathan Brooks, was projected to go to the Cowboys, and I know he was a guy that the Cowboys were eyeing, which now that he's on the board, pretty much that's not very good for Dallas, because right now, pretty much, the Eagles are more all in than the Cowboys right now. Pretty gosh dang much. Because they just got Cooper DeJean not too long ago. I mean, the Eagles are looking fearsome. They've always done this. They look so fearsome. Every year they do. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers are also up in 4 picks. So, we'll keep an eye on that. The Steelers drafted Troy Fautanu yesterday, which it was a guy I really wanted for the Seahawks. But hopefully the Seahawks can end up trading up if they were to exchange picks. If they were to do that, I would have no problem with that if they were to exchange picks with another team. Oh, man. I would just not be sure who. I would just not be sure of who. Because the Seahawks have 5 picks for the 5th round, right? For the last day, which is tomorrow. They got 5 picks for tomorrow. So, if we were to trade up and exchange picks and maybe potentially get a player, I mean, I'm not as likely, but if they can at least swap picks with the team, then I would have no problem with that. Because we need all the draft capital we can get. And I'm not sure how we're going to get it. I'm not sure how we're going to get it. Oh, and I figured out the Cowboys. Oh, the Cowboys are up here in a little bit. That is, if they don't trade down again like they did yesterday. But, I mean, the Seahawks, they need to do something. So, I could see them exchanging picks with the team. I could really see that. And if they were to do that, I would have no problem with that at all. I would have no problem with that. And how long until we're done with the 2nd round? Because we're approaching the 3rd round. I don't remember exactly what pick it is for the 2nd round to be over. But it looks like Brock Purdy was in a commercial, even though that guy did not win the Super Bowl last year, which, I mean, the 49ers are good. They're always a thorn in our side. They have been for the last 2 years, beating us down up 5 times in a row. And they've been a thorn in our side. So if the Seahawks if they can at least beat them once, I'll be happy. If the Seahawks can at least beat the 49ers once, I would call that a successful season. Because the Seahawks, I do not expect them to make the playoffs. But at the same time, if they do make the playoffs, I would not be surprised. If they were to win a playoff game, that would be surprising to me. That would be surprising if we were to win a playoff game under Geno Smith. That is, if he doesn't get injured. So, it looks like the running back, we had our first running back come off the board, which was Jonathan Brooks to Carolina to play with Bryce Young. So they already got 2 new weapons for Bryce Young. So the Giants pick is in. We're waiting for the announcement of who the Giants are going to select. And, we're about to hear it. It looks like we got Ring of Honor member. Oh, Tiki Barber! Oh, man. I know this guy. I know his name. Oh, man. I know he's a legend in New York. I know he's a big legend. But, oh, man. It's going to be amazing to see what the Giants do. I mean, sure, we don't expect them to be competitive for the division at all. We don't expect them to have some kind of year. But, oh! There we go. The pick is in for the Giants, and they select Tyler Nubin, a safety out of Minnesota. Let me see this guy. Oh, okay. I'm not very familiar with this guy. Let me see. Oh, it looks like he can pick off very well. Let me see this kid. Oh, he can read plays very well. He can read plays, and he's played at the same college that Boye Mafe played at. I know that Mafe was drafted a few years ago by the Seahawks, but I mean, I like Mafe. I really do. And Tyler Nubin for the New York Giants, I really like that pick. But now it's the Jaguars up. But the new defense in New York, you right now got Dexter Lawrence II, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Devontae Banks, and now Tyler Nubin out of Minnesota. That's really good. Now Duval County is up to pick with the Jaguars. Which, I mean, the Jaguars kind of collapsed last year. They really collapsed. And I did not see them collapsing. We were looking at them as like maybe a potential Super Bowl contender back when they were playing really good. But it's just not been good for the Jaguars last year. And it looks like James Stewart is coming up to make the pick. He was drafted by the Lions in 1995. I mean, not Lions, Jaguars. My bad. Okay. Let's see what happens with this pick. And then after these few picks, after this pick, we'll have the Bengals on the board. So let's see what happens. Who are the Jags going to get there? Oh, Mason Smith out of LSU, a defensive tackle. Oh, that's good for the Jags. That is good. I like this guy. I had him mocked by the Seahawks a few times in trades that we would make with a few teams. But this guy can bring a lot of chaos. He had 2.5 sacks last season. And 6.5 sacks in his career, along with 9.5 tackles for loss. So I like this pick for the Jaguars. I think they needed that type of man up front. I think they needed someone up there that can cause a little chaos, especially with C.J. Stroud in the division, and along with Anthony Richardson. So the Bengals pick is in. We'll see who they select. But the Bengals their pick is in. And next up is Washington, and then it's Pittsburgh. So far, round 2 has gone off to a very fiery start, with multiple trades going down. So, if you're just joining us, there has been a few trades and also a few other selections. Some of the most notable is Cooper DeJean going to Philly, along with some countless others. But here we go. We're about to have the selection happen for the Bengals. Oh, we got a special guest for the Bengals. It's not a former player. Let's see who the Bengals are going to take off the board. So we're waiting for the pick to come in. But for those watching, after this pick, we'll have Washington, then Pittsburgh, and then Indianapolis, and then Washington again, and then Cleveland. So we're waiting for the announcement of the Bengals pick, which is about to come in. It looks like it's some kind of flag football player. Okay, who is this? Chersty, someone. I'm not very familiar with this person. Oh, okay. Someone I don't know of. Okay, who are the Bengals going to select? Who are the Bengals going to get? Oh! The first Michigan Wolverine to go off the board! It's Chris Jenkins, defensive tackle out of Michigan. Oh, man. Yo, this dude is powerful. He can get up in the line. I like this pick for the Cincinnati Bengals. They needed someone up there that can help get to the quarterback, especially when they're playing against Mahomes and company. They need someone up there that can help be a part of that group. Now you put him with Sam Hubbard and Trey Hawkinson. That is a really good trio of pass rushers right there. That is really cool. And it looks like he's the son of another player. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's any resemblance. But now it's the Washington Commanders that are up to pick. And then it's the Pittsburgh Steelers making their first selection of round 2, unless there is a trade that happens. But now the Commanders' pick is in after they traded down with the Philadelphia Eagles earlier in the show that got him Cooper DeJean. But let me know if you guys have any questions for me down in the comments. I'm still hoping we can get some questions down in here. So, all right, it looks like we got the Commanders pick coming in. All right, who are they going to select? Let's see who they're going to go after. They already got new defensive tackle. They already got new quarterback. Where are they going to go after now? Are they going to go after a receiver? Where are they going to go after? Oh, another Wolverine! Mike Strinsdale, a quarterback out of Michigan. Yo, this dude has had some comparison to Antoine Winfield. And this, I think, is a really good pick. Because they got another player for their defense that is really good. And now you got him with Bobby Wagner and others. Yo, I think this team might be a sleeper team. I mean, it could be likely that the Commanders could come out of nowhere. I mean, we don't know really, but they're getting somewhere. So the Steelers are up next. There's no sign of the Steelers trading down. And the 49ers are actually coming up here in a little bit. And the last pick before the end of at the end of the second round is Kansas City. So we'll see what happens there and what the Kansas City Chiefs go after. And here's the one thing I don't understand. There's one thing I don't understand about the draft. There's one thing. Why would you give the defending Super Bowl champion any picks? I'm just curious. Because you already got multiple players coming back from this squad. Why would you even give the defending champion any picks? I mean, I'm curious. I'm curious. I mean, we've had the same thing with the Rams. We've had the same thing with the Chiefs when they've won it twice. I mean, sure, it's to help the other teams, but you need to take away at least their picks if they're defending champs. I mean, I'm not sure how that all works mechanically, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any idea, but let me know your thoughts on this, because I, for one, have been questioning that for a while. I hope... Oh, and the Steelers pick is in. The Steelers pick is officially in. But what are they going to go after? And there's no sign of a trade yet. I know the Steelers have been looking to try to make a trade with the 49ers to get Brandon Ayuk. Because there has been rumors of Ayuk being traded. But we haven't really seen anything. And after the 49ers selected Ricky Pearsall out of Florida, that kind of came out as a question mark for me. Because why would you go to get a receiver in the first round when you got already Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Gerard Jennings, which, I've said this, Gerard Jennings reminds me so much of Seahawks legend Jermaine Kearse. Jermaine Kearse. He gives me vibes of Jermaine Kearse. Now, if it's a trade if this is a signal that the Niners are going to trade with Ayuk to another team, then that would make sense. But why would you go after a receiver when there are multiple other needs on the board? You had O-line to assess. You could have gotten Cooper DeJean, other than the Eagles. You could have gotten so many different players other than just a wide receiver. That has been I'm not sure about that, but I did put the Niners earlier in the show as the biggest loser of round 1. because of that receiver. That was just confusing to me. Why would you go after a receiver unless it's a signal that you're going to trade Brandon Ayuk? Unless that's a signal, then I would understand that. But the Steelers pick is coming up next after this commercial, so we'll wait until then. And then we'll see the Colts select, the Commanders, and the Cleveland Browns. So, oh man. I mean, the Eagles are right now more all in than the Dallas Cowboys, and the only selection the Cowboys have made is Tyler Guyton out of Oklahoma, an offensive tackle. Which, I mean, he is bigger than Tyron Smith, that was with the Cowboys recently. Now he's a part of the New York Jets. But I just don't know. The Cowboys get so much hype in the offseason. I kind of want Jerry Jones to lie to the Cowboy fans a little bit. So that way it makes the fall all that much more pleasurable for us Seahawks, for us haters around the U.S. I just want Jerry Jones to put a little effort into giving the Cowboy fans hope. I really do, because I love trolling Cowboy fans. I love to troll them. After every single loss they had last season, I would get on them every single time. But it's really not going to be that strong unless you give them a little bit of hope. Give them some hope, Jerry Jones. Don't just say stuff that makes no sense. I'm being serious right now. I'm being flat out serious. All right, it looks like the Steelers selection is about to come in. Oh, and it looks like Pat Freiermuth is going to come out and make the selection. A tight end for the Steelers currently right now. Okay, who? Oh, they got a center! Zach Frazier! Another O-line. Okay. I thought they were going to go after defense, but, I mean, he's not bad. Not bad at all, Pittsburgh, I gotta say. You probably really want to protect Russell Wilson so that way you don't get a lot of heck from me in the next season. Pretty much. Yeah, I think Steven, my friend, I have a friend of mine that is a Steeler fan. I contacted him a lot last year. I was contacting him back and forth. I don't know if he's watching this right now. I don't know if he's watching this. But I gave them so much heck about their O-line and their receivers. But I still haven't seen an Ayuk trade. I mean, Ayuk could be someone that could be traded. Now, if the 49ers do want to move up, then I can see them trading Ayuk. But I know the Steelers have been eyeing Brandon Ayuk, from what I've known. But that is another... Oh, and it looks like he's won a few state wrestling championships. Huh. That's interesting. That is not bad for the Steelers. I have to hand it to them. I have to give them their flowers. The Steelers are making good selections right now. You had Troy Valtanu and Zach Frazier. That is really good, I have to say. That's not bad. I mean, I was giving the Steelers lots of heck in the offseason because of them signing Russell Wilson. But I don't know. We might see Russell Wilson actually play very decent this year. I'm actually starting to maybe think about changing my mind about them coming in last place. I might be starting to change my mind about that. But now the Colts pick is in. The selection they made in the first round yesterday was Latu, which that is a really good choice for Latu, but I think they personally need another corner. Their offense ranked 10th, tied 10th in the league last year, while their defense ranked 28th. And they almost were on the brink of making the playoffs, which is not bad, I have to say. And the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I gotta talk about this guy. Anthony Richardson. He played in the NFL for 4 games, I believe. He was a sensational player. He was a sensational pick for this team. He is an amazing quarterback. I watched him during his time up in Florida. He can run so fast if he's left alone. He can pass deep down the field when you're not looking. And if I'm a Texans fan, I'm actually worried about this team because they They're, to me, a sleeper team in the AFC. I mean, you look at this team, this is just so good for the Colts. And, all right, here we go. Looks like we're about to see the pick. All right. Is it going to be a corner? Because I know that's one thing. I know that's one thing that they need. What are they going to do? So we'll see what happens. We're waiting to hear the announcement. I'm not going to mute, like I said at the beginning of the show, because we're going to probably see these picks coming a lot faster. Yesterday, I was unmuting the TV a while so that people could hear it. I'm not going to do it this time. So it looks like we're about to see it. But the Colts, I'm going to say this. They're going to be a sleeper team next year. Lots of people have underestimated this team. The Colts are dangerous, looking dangerous right now. They're looking dangerous. So, okay, here we go. Who are they going to select? Corner? Oh, what? Wow! Okay! They went in Donnie Mitchell, the wide receiver out of Texas. I mean, they did need another weapon for Anthony Richardson. That's not bad. That is not bad, I have to say. That is not bad. Not bad at all. And Donnie Mitchell, finally off the board. He was a Georgia transfer that went to Texas. Yo, this dude is explosive. He can be a beast out on the field. He can break past guys. He can create open space. He can, oh my gosh. You pair this dude up with Michael Pittman Jr., Jonathan Taylor, and so many guys on this team. That right there is going to be a dangerous offense next year. That is going to be one dangerous offense to keep an eye on. I'm just telling y'all right now, I have this team as a sleeper. And, here we go. We got Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., like I mentioned, Jonathan Taylor, and Donnie Mitchell to pair up with Anthony Richardson. And I've said it, Anthony Richardson, I believe, is a Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, is a rising NFL superstar. And like CJ Stroud, he was performing very well. As a matter of fact, I didn't even have them making it close with the Jacksonville Jaguars in week 1. But when I saw how close they were making it, and how good their defense was playing, and also along with their offense, I was like, damn, this dude looks awesome. And that's what I really like about this team. The Colts are an underestimated unit. They're very underestimated. Heck, ESPN doesn't even talk about this team that much. And I've talked about them a few times. Maybe not last season, but during the offseason, I have said this team is a sleeper in the AFC. They are a sleeper. And actually, speaking of a sleeper team, I actually have for my NFC sleeper team. Sorry about that in the background. One of my dogs, I showed him a few times yesterday. Sarabi, she goes berserk whenever she sees a dog or animal on the TV. And if you hear any barking in the background like that, that's one of my 2 dogs going up there and just barking like crazy at a TV. It's something that a few dogs have learned. Luckily, my other dog hasn't learned that. Luckily. But the Commanders' pick is in. They'll announce their pick live after the commercial. But we're only a few other picks away we're only 3 picks away from Dallas making a selection, unless they end up trading down. Unless they trade down again like they did yesterday. But we'll see what happens. So Cleveland and then Miami, and then the Miami Dolphins will make the selection, and then it'll be the Dallas Cowboys. So, and also, I want to throw out a question to some of the people in the audience. What is your favorite NFL team? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're a Seahawks fan, welcome to the crew. And if you're a fan of another team, then that's alright too. Let me know of what team you're a fan of in the comments. Let me know. Okay. So I'm looking at the draft line right now. It looks like the San Francisco 49ers are up to pick here in a little, which they're only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 picks away from making their selection. And then it'll be the Chiefs after them in the third round. And then the third round will commence, which the Seahawks will have their pick then. So, and remember, the Seahawks have the 81st overall pick in this draft for the third round. So, a few scenarios I've talked about during this time is they could trade with a team that is maybe like 10 picks down. Let's just say it's 10 picks down. They could exchange picks so that way maybe the Seahawks can get 2 third rounders and from one of their other picks, from let's say maybe it's their 4th rounder. That way they can make 2 picks in today, so that way they can get some more. That they'll have 4 picks tomorrow. I would be all in. I would be all in that selection. I would be all in if that happens. So the Commanders are still waiting for their pick to come in, and then after this, it is Cleveland, Miami, and Dallas in that order. I'm going to stand up for a little bit because this seat is really uncomfortable. It's made out of wood and it doesn't have any kind of cushion. So I have to stand up in it every once in a while. I'm currently on the press of attempting to get a new set. So hopefully we can get that set up very soon. But there's only been 4 corners selected in the second round, including Cooper DeJean, Kool-Aid, and 2 others. So we'll see what happens there. So the pick is in for the Commanders. We're almost wrapped up with round 2, and then we'll enter into round 3. So we'll see if the Seahawks do anything, but hopefully they can do something. Oh, it looks like Derek Green is back out there. Yep, Darrell Green's back out there for the Commanders. Who are they going to make? Where are they going to select this time? Who are they going to pick? Ben Stinson, another tight end off the board. And it's Sanat. Ben Sanat out of Kansas State. Another tight end off the board. And man, so he's a solid blocker. He's got strong hands and is elusive. So let me see what this guy is capable of in his highlights. He's really good at blocking. And oh my God, the Seahawks, if they had a higher pick, I could see them getting him. But oh man, I mean, hey, they'll get another chance. They'll get another chance at another guy. Oh my gosh, he can bulldoze over guys. Oh, and it looks like he played hockey a bit too. It looks like he plays a little hockey as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I got a few texts here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So currently on their offensive weapons, they got Austin Eckler, Terry McLennan, Joanne Dotson, and Ben Sanat, and also along with Zach Ertz. Don't know why they didn't put his name on there. But Cleveland Browns are up to pick their first pick of the draft. Their first selection that they've made in this NFL draft. We'll see what they select. I'm not sure what they're going to go after. Because I think that they could go potentially defense, especially with this team like the Steelers playing in your division. And you need someone that can get to Russell Wilson. You need someone that can absolutely lay down the pain on him. And all right, it looks like we got another legend up here. Another Brown legend. So the Browns are up to pick. Who are they going to select? Who are they going to pick? Okay, we're waiting for the announcement. Oh man. Hopefully they can select someone good. Hopefully they select someone good. I'm hoping Cleveland will get to their Super Bowl one day. One of these days they'll get one. We just don't know when. Come on, good man. Just announce it already. Okay, here we go. Who is it? Oh! An Ohio State Buckeye defense player! Michael Hall Jr., defensive tackle out of Ohio State. All right, I know Ohio State has been known for their really good defensive players, and oh my gosh, whoo! The Browns just got a weapon right there. They just got a weapon. Oh man, this dude's a beast. He can break past dudes with ease. He can do so much for a team. And it looks like he's got really good use with his hands. He can push guys aside. That's really good for the Cleveland Browns. Great selection by Cleveland. And now we got Miami did they trade up? Did the Miami Dolphins end up trading up? Because I thought there was another team that was in there before Miami. Was it a trade that happened? Because I didn't really see. Let's see if there was a trade. No, there wasn't a trade. Okay, all right. I thought for a second there was a trade. I thought for a second there was a potential trade. So the Miami Dolphins yesterday selected Chop Robinson, which, I mean, he's really good. I do really like Chop Robinson. He can create a lot of chaos. He can cause a lot of havoc. And I really like Chop with the Miami Dolphins. I really, really do. So, I mean, who are they going to select now? I think they might go after offense. I believe they might. And their pick is in. Their pick is in. Miami's selection is in. So we'll see who it is. And then it's the Cowboys unless they trade down. And then after that, it's Tampa Bay and Green Bay. The two Bays. But, man, the Seahawks have the 81st pick. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. The Miami Dolphins, I really think they might need to go after offensive line. Because they need more protection for Tua. They need to have someone to protect Tua and someone that can play in those heavy weather environments like snow, rain, cold. They need someone that can play there. And if you can't play in the elements like snow, rain, or heat, you cannot be a member of the Miami Dolphins of South Beach. You just can't. All right, here we go. They're about to make their selection. And Richmond Webb is in the building. The Richmond Webb is in the building. Not very familiar with this guy, but he's a member of them from 1990. Was a selection by him in 1990. And one of the only franchises to go undefeated to win the Super Bowl in the 1970s. Who are they going to select? Oh, they went for a tackle. It's Patrick Paul, tackle out of Houston. Okay, I did say they needed a tackle. I'm not very familiar with his name, though. Let's see. Oh, he can block pretty good. I mean, oh my God, that dude's big. Holy cow, that dude's massive. Yo, oh my God, how tall is that guy? How tall is he? I thought he said 6'7". Oh my gosh, that dude's huge. That dude is massive. Oh my God, I would be afraid of him if I was going against him. I would really be, because I'm 5'11" right now. I would be afraid of someone like that. And I've actually met someone like that is really tall. That is 6'8". I was out at one of my high school games, and one of the opponents of the other team was really tall. I mean, he was even taller than me. He was up there. Really, this guy was right up there. And it was basketball. So I was on the sideline being the mascot of Union, which is this hat right here. If any of you are from that school that are watching, because I know that there's a poster up there right now that they're trying to make. I went to a basketball game and I've seen a few of them where there have been so many big guys. And I've watched them. Oh my gosh, they're just like so massive. And I was for real intimidated by them until we beat them, of course. It was the Battleground Tigers that we went against. But the Cowboys have not traded yet, so it looks like we're not going to see a trade for the first time in quite a while, actually. Because, oh man, what are the Cowboys going to do? Probably a running back is what they need right now. They need someone that can carry the ball up the middle, that can lay the pressure off of Dak Prescott. They need someone that can do that. But the Cowboys are just going to lose in the playoffs as they always do. They always lose in the playoffs every single year. Every year they get so far, and then every year they choke. So we'll see if that's the same thing that's going to happen. But we haven't seen, the pick isn't in yet. There's not been a trade yet. The last time it took them this long, they ended up trading their pick to the Detroit Lions. With that, they selected Terry and Arnold. So we'll see if they do take up this much time, if Jerry Jones is going to take a quarter, if they're going to go after a running back. But there's lots of needs in Dallas if they're going to be a Super Bowl team, which everyone says every year they're a Super Bowl team. But every year they eventually choke. Every single time. Every time they get so far, they end up choking. They've not been past the divisional round in 13 years. In 13 straight playoff appearances. They've not even made an NFC Championship appearance since 1996, nor a Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens there. They lost a lot of guys, including Jonathan Hankins, to the Seattle Seahawks. Man, they're taking so long. There's 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock for the Cowboys. Are they going to trade their pick again? Are they really going to trade their pick? And no sign of it yet. So we'll see if the Cowboys actually do something. What are the Cowboys going to do? We're still waiting for the pick to go in. And they're the first team in NFL history with 12 plus playoff wins to not 12 wins in the last 3 seasons, and have not gone to an NFC Championship game, which is still pretty kooky. And the Cowboys have still not picked anyone. And there we go. Finally, we got a pick. Finally, we got a pick in. There we go. Jerry Jones finally got a pick in. Took him so gosh dang long because he's so old. But, oh man. But we'll see if the Cowboys, if they can get someone good. But it's, oh my gosh. What are they going to do? There's lots of lots of needs. They need a running back. They need a defensive tackle. They need a linebacker. And they also need a corner. Oh, and Jeremiah Trotter is on the board. If there's one person I do not want the Cowboys getting, it's Jeremiah Trotter. Do not get Jeremiah Trotter. Do not get him. Because that dude is good. Jeremiah Trotter I've looked at as a really good star-studded talent. Oh man, Cowboys, don't get him. Do not get him. Make a stupid move. Make a stupid move for crying out loud. Do something stupid. I'm just saying it right now. Do something stupid. Oh my gosh. Hopefully they don't get Jeremiah Trotter. Because if they do, that would be a big blow. And that would be a big time. Oh! It looks like we got another special guest up there. Oh, United Air Force veterans. It's people in wheelchairs? I'm not very familiar with this. Huh. Oh, it was a former player for the Cowboys. Okay. let's see what this holds. We'll see if the Cowboys get a good selection. Hopefully they don't. I hope they made a bad choice. I really do. I really hope they made a bad choice. And hopefully they didn't get Jeremiah Jones. Hopefully they didn't. Okay. Just make a dang selection already, Roger Goodell. Take it so guys take long. Come on. Come on, man. Do something. Just announce it already. Come on. What's taking you so long? Come on, just make the selection. Oh, it's a part of the wheelchair football league. Okay, okay. All right, that makes sense. Okay. Where is the pick? Show me the pick. Show it to me. Who are the Cowboys going to select? Okay. Come on, Cowboys. What's taking you so long? Come on, just announce it already, Roger Goodell. Oh wait, that's Roger. Hey, Roger Goodell. My bad. Oh, here we go. Who is it? Who is it? Marshawn Nealon? Western Michigan. I'm not familiar with this guy. Let me see who this is. I want to see highlights. Ooh, my gosh! Woo! Punishing type of hits. Oh my goodness. Who is this guy? Oh my goodness. Okay, Cowboys, I see you. Not that it's going to change the inevitable or something, but that's a good player right there. That's good. That's really good, I have to say. That is really good. Huh, he's actually overhead of Dallas Turner in the category. I can't quite see it yet. Athleticism scores. He's actually ranked higher in that category as far as athleticism scores go. Huh. I don't know who this guy is, but the Cowboys seem happy with it. Although it's just only going to delay the inevitable, which we all know that they're going to choke. So we'll see. Cowboys, what do you do? But the Bucs pick is in. I am going to take this time to take spot off the camera real quick. I'll be right back. And when we come back, the Buccaneers will have their pick in. So we'll be right back in a few moments. Alright, I'm back. So the Buccaneers are up to pick next. So we'll see what the Buccaneers do. But, I mean, Tampa Bay is going to be a good team next year. So we'll see what happens. They're going to be, of course, an NFC South contender. So we'll just have to see what happens. But after this pick, it is Green Bay, Houston, Buffalo, Detroit, Baltimore, San Francisco, and Kansas City to wrap up round 2, and then we'll be moving to round 3, which will be the final round of today. And then we'll finish out things tomorrow with rounds 4 through 7, which will be bright and early tomorrow morning. Which I believe, if I remember correctly, it's going to start 10 o'clock my time and 9 o'clock Pacific, and then also 12 o'clock Eastern. So, if you guys want to tune in for day number 3, be sure to pull that link up. But, alright, we're back for the NFL draft. So, the Buccaneers pick is in right now. Their pick is in. So, they've already gotten a few good offensive linemen, and they got Kool-Aid, I think, if I'm correct. So, the Texans pick is in two picks away for the Houston Texans. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have already gotten Graham Barton, so it wasn't them that got Kool-Aid McKinstry. So the Buccaneers defense, I believe, was really good last year. Their blitzing was off the charts. They lost in the NFC divisional round to the Lions, which are currently hosting this draft, but are they going to go after another offense? Are going to go after an offensive player? I mean, they already have Mike Evans, and also along with Chris Godwin and a few others. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So we'll have to wait and see. But the Buccaneers are about to make their selection. Let's see who it is. Okay, who is it? Okay, pick is about to come in. Chris Braswell out of Alabama, an edge rusher. And he's got comparison to Darrell Taylor, the current Seattle Seahawks edge rusher. Let me see this. Oh my gosh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! The Buccaneers just got a big-time player. Big time. Oh man, yeah, that is similar play to Darrell Taylor, all right. That is similar play to Darrell Taylor, all right. Oh my gosh, this dude can land so many hard hits. That's a good pick by Tampa Bay. Amazing selection. That was really good right there. That was a good pick right there. Great job by Tampa Bay. But now the Green Bay Packers are on the board again. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to quickly contact my friend here. Hold on until later. But the current Green Bay Packer pick is in. We'll see who it is. But Jordan Love, they're going to be a tough team next year. They're going to be a really legit, I think they're a legit contender in the NFC. They're a legit contender. So, all right, here we go. The Packers are about to make their selection. And we only got 6 picks remaining in the first round. So, it looks like a tackle is in here. Javon Bullard, safety out of Georgia. Another Bulldog off the board. Oh, man, that is a good choice. That is a really good choice. Oh, man, that dude can make a lot of really good plays. Yo, I've watched this Georgia team. He can make catches He can make interceptions out of nowhere. He can read plays as they come in. That is a really good selection for the Green Bay Packers. Really good selection. Oh man, I'm scared right now to go against the Packers. I'm really scared to go against the Packers right now. If I am a Seattle Seahawks fan, because we do go against them this year. The last time I checked. All right, the Texans pick is in, and then it's Buffalo, Detroit, Baltimore, and San Francisco, and then Kansas City to wrap up the second round. And then the third round will commence, which will be the final round of the day. So now the defense of Green Bay has Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander, and Adrian Cooper, and Javon Ballard. Yo, this Packer team is going to be a threat next year. They're going to be they're legit. They're legit. And I'm scared right now to go against them if I'm a Seahawks fan. Okay, here we go. The Texans pick is in. Who is it going to be? Oh, Blake Fisher! A tackle out of Notre Dame. Not bad. Not bad at all. I have to say, I've watched Notre Dame a few times because my former high school classmate, Tobias Merriweather, actually attended Notre Dame as a wide receiver. But now he's in the transfer portal. So that's a really good selection. I have to say, that is a good selection. He's going to be a good player for Houston, and that is a good selection. So now Buffalo is looking to draft someone again. Wonder who they're going to select this time. But Houston, well done right there. That was a good job, well done in that draft, in that selection right there. Really good choice. That dude's a really good player. I mean, we'll see what happens with the dude. But, I mean, Houston's going to be a threat next year. Houston is for real going to be a threat. And the Bills pick is in already. The Bills pick is in. So we'll see what they do. I believe that they've already selected Adonai Mitchell. I'm not sure who exactly they selected last I checked. I know they didn't have a pick in the first round. So this is the second pick that they'll have in this round. So we'll see what happens. But Carolina will be the first team to select in the third round unless there is a trade. But Carolina is already reloading on weapons, but we'll see. And also the Seahawks, for those Seahawks fans here, are only 21 picks away from selection. But if the Seahawks can trade and exchange picks, that would be a good idea. That would be a really good idea in my eyes. That would be a really good idea. I am going to go and get some water real quick. I'm going to leave myself unmuted. So I'll be right back, and when we come back, we'll have the Buffalo Bills selection in. So stay tuned in the meantime. Alright, I'm back. So, after this, we'll have Detroit selecting again. And then we'll have Baltimore, San Francisco, and Kansas City. Let me just let my grandma know that the pick's almost up. There we go. So the Bills are currently, their pick is in. So we're waiting for the commercial break to come to a close. So that way we can see who it is that they end up drafting. But the Bills, I'm not sure what to expect from them next year. I'm not very sure. But we'll see what happens with the Bills with this pick. I'm not sure what exactly they're going to go for. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. And also, if you do want to watch day 3 coverage, be sure to tune in for our day 3 live stream tomorrow, which will be going over the last round of the NFL draft, which will probably go by very fast. So hopefully that's the case. But we've had a lot of picks come off the board recently. Oh, Donnie Mitchell went to the Colts. My bad. Me saying that happened with the Bills. We still don't know. I think the Bills got a tight end. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember at this very moment. So we'll see who the Bills select. The pick is about. Oh, that's right. It was Keon Coleman. That's right. I remember now. So it was Keon Coleman that is selected. Are they going to go after another receiver, or are they going to go after a defensive player? We'll see what the Bills do, and then it'll be Detroit, and then Baltimore. So we'll see what happens there. The Bills have won the AFC East the last 4 seasons, so first time since 1988 through 1981. 91, my bad. So here we go. Bills are about to select. Who are they going to pick? Who are the Bills going to select? Let's see. Who are the Bills gonna select? Oh man, I'm really excited to see who this is. Let's see who it is. Cole Bishop, a safety out of Utah. Okay, he can cover tight ends really well and can direct traffic. That's really good. Oh man, that is awesome. And he can do really good safety blitzes as well. That is a really good selection by the Buffalo Bills. I do watch the Utes as well, so that is a really good selection by the Buffalo Bills. Bringing in Dalton Kincaid's former college teammate on defense, that is really good selection. He had 2 interceptions last season and 3 pass breakups. Might not be much, but he could do a lot for this team. And now the defense gets another weapon. They got Vaughn Miller, Ed Oliver, Greg Rousseau, Matt Milano, and now Cole Bishop. So the Lions pick is in, and we'll see who that is going to be. We'll see who the Lions are going to select. I really wanted the Lions to win the Super Bowl last year. I really, really did. I really wanted them to win. But the Niners stood in the way, as they always do. We'll see what happens. We'll see. And some Steeler terrible towels are in attendance as well. So here we go. Barry Sanders is up here to announce this one. And also along with Max Duggan, I believe. Oh yeah, Mike Duggan, the mayor of Detroit as well. So who are the Lions going to select with this one? I'm wondering, because they already got Terron Arnold. Who are they going to select this time? I'm betting it's going to be another big guy. It's going to be another... I'm hoping it's going to be another secondary player, or maybe even another rusher. That would not be so bad either. And then also, they could go offensive line. They could go another running back. Running back room's already full. But we'll see what happens. Here we go. Who are the Lions gonna select? Who are they gonna select? The mayor of Detroit is about to announce it. Oh! Enos Rickstraw Jr., a corner out of Missouri. And another corner is off the board. And Detroit got their second corner in the draft. That is a really good choice. That is really a really awesome choice. And the Missouri player now going to Detroit to be a member of the Detroit Lions. That is a good pick. I've watched the Missouri Tigers for some time. He is fisky. He's got plays big. He's got energy. He's so good, and he can wrap up guys. He can snuff out players. He kind of reminds me of Witherspoon, kind of similar. He kind of reminds me of Witherspoon, of what the Seahawks currently got. And let me see about this one. And he's able to cover very well as well. He hasn't had many penalties drawn on him. He's had 8 tackles for loss in his career. That's really good. That's a good pick by Detroit. That is a really good selection. Very good choice by the Detroit Lions. And now the three picks remain in the second round. And then we'll hit the third round. And it'll be the last round of the day. And you already had him with Carlton Davis, Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch, DJ Reader, and along with Taron Arnold, and now this guy. And the pick is in Baltimore. Who are they going to select this time? I have a feeling they're going to go edge rusher. To help replace the to replace Jadeveon Clowney. Because I think Nate Wiggins can play safety really good if he is put in that position. But Baltimore is about to make their selection, and then it'll be the Niners. Oh, I don't know who that is, but he looks familiar. Okay. Alin Nada. I thought for a second it was Terrell Suggs. Oh, okay. It was a defensive tackle for the Ravens back in 2006. Who is it that they're going to select? I would go with edge rusher if I'm Baltimore right now. I would go edge rusher. Okay, who are they going to select? Who is it? Oh, they went tackle. Roger Gartan, tackle out of Washington. Okay, so this is the same university that Troy Fautanu came out of. Okay, that's a good one. I like it. Get more protection from Lamar Jackson in the passing game. That's really good. I like that. I like that a lot because he helps protect. He can help protect guys. That's a really good selection. I like that. Especially when you're playing loads of high-end defensive teams in the AFC North, you need to have someone that can be there to protect Lamar Jackson. And hopefully Lamar Jackson and the Ravens can win the Super Bowl. I am hoping they can. Hopefully their Super Bowl time comes. Hopefully the Ravens can get there soon. And Lamar Jackson can hopefully get his first. And we got a trade with Kansas City and San Francisco. Kansas City is traded up with San Francisco. But wait. What did they have to give up, though? What did they give up? There's no sign of a trade detail yet. I'll have one for you as soon as it pops up. But that I did not expect. Kansas City trades up again. What are they going to do this time? They already got a new receiver. Maybe go after another a corner. Go after a corner to help replace. Who is it? What was it? Oh, L'Jarius Sneed. Get someone out there to replace L'Jarius Sneed. Okay, here we go. Here's the trade details. So the 49ers receive a 6th rounder and trade down to the 64th pick. And then the Chiefs get the 6th round pick at 211th. And then the 49ers get the 173 up there too. Sorry about the snoring in the background. My mom's currently asleep.
Sorry.
You're good. Just want to let you guys know. But, oh man. I think they might go after a corner. I believe they're going to go after a corner. So we'll see if that is going to be the case. It looks like another legend's coming out there. Oh, it's Jamal Charles. I believe that's his name. Yep, Jamal Charles. Okay, he was a former running back with the Kansas City Chiefs. Was picked in 2008. Who are the Chiefs going to select? Who is it? Oh! They went tackle! Kingsley Samritha. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they got a tackle out of BYU. He, from what I'm getting, he's athletic and some other things. Let me see. Okay, I like that. Okay, it looks like he can block very good. Okay, not bad, Chiefs. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I'll take it. Need protection from Mahomes, especially. That's a good pick right there. That's a really good selection for Kansas City. But now it's the 49ers, the Super Bowl runner-up. The Super Bowl runner-up. So we'll see what happens here. Whoa! Oh, I did not know that. Whoa! Jumped out from the bottom of a pool all the way to the curb. Oh, wow. That's good. You got to have that kind of athleticism if you're going to play with the Kansas City Chiefs. So the last pick of this of the second round is the 49ers at 64. So they'll have their pick in, and then it'll be Carolina, Arizona, and then Washington. So the 49ers pick will happen right after this commercial. So be sure to stay tuned for that. And then the Seahawks are closer to nearing their selection. So hopefully we can see the Seahawks trade up maybe, if they can exchange picks. And also, I wanted to bring one of these two pups over here. This is one of my two little dogs here. Little Sarabi girl here. She's one of my two dogs. She's the one that barks at the TV whenever there's a puppy on there. But she's mostly calm around people all the time. She's very friendly. Both of my dogs are very friendly. And yeah, Robbie is just she's her fur color is apricot cream. So we'll see what the Niners pick is, but well, I'll have Robbie here for me for this one. With me for this one. And then maybe a few picks later I'll get Null up here for one of the selections. So okay, so the Niners pick is in. We're waiting for the commercial to end. We'll see who the Niners select. Hopefully they select someone good. I'm hoping not, but if they select someone good, we're in trouble. Especially with the 49ers. They might go after O-line again, or maybe potentially a corner. I would think they would probably go O-lineman to help protect Purdy, because you need to have protection on you against that Kansas City defense. And if you're gonna be the man, you gotta beat the man. You have to beat Kansas City at least. Which the 49ers have not won against the Chiefs since Kyle Shanahan became the head coach with the 49ers. So we'll see what happens if they do end up making that selection. But pretty much the last few times the 49ers have faced the Kansas City Chiefs, it's all come down to Mahomes last second in the last few seconds of the game. But I mean, the Niners are a contender, but they need to get a Super Bowl win. It's either a Super Bowl or bust for the 49ers. It's a Super Bowl or bust. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see who else they get. And Kool-Aid McKinstry went to New Orleans. Howard Johnson went to the Raiders. Cooper went to the Green Bay Packers. Jonathan Brooks went to the Carolina Panthers. But okay, here we go. The pick is in for the 49ers. We'll see who they end up selecting. But we'll see who it is they end up selecting. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's no one good. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see who it is that they select. After they traded down with Kansas City, we'll see who they have in to pick for this time around. And then we'll enter into the final round of the NFL draft. So, of day 2 of the NFL draft. So, we'll see what happens here. So, I'm getting a little tired here, but hopefully we'll see what happens. But I'm looking ahead to the to the Seahawks pick. I'm just seeing who it is that they who picks before them. Okay, it's the Bengals that pick before the Seahawks. And here we go. The Niners selection is in. The Niners selection is in. Let's see who it is. Okay, who is it? So we'll see who ends up being selected. Hopefully, the Seahawks. Hopefully, someone the Seahawks can pair well against. And they do get a corner. Renardo Green. Renardo Green, a corner out of Florida State. Okay. He was good in a battle versus Malik Neighbors, and he's got quick feet. He can work very well out there, and he can cover very well. That's a good pick for the 49ers. That is really good. He can cover guys really well. That is really good. I'm going to let Grandma know about this. Hold on. Renardo. Florida State. There we go. So, I mean, I like that pick. They did need a corner for the 49ers. That's another pick in for them. That kind of helps renew some of the status of their pick. But now we enter the third round of the NFL draft, which, we got a trade. We have a trade up. The Jets have traded up with the Carolina Panthers. I don't have the trade details at the moment, but the third round is just begun. The Jets have traded up, and their pick is already in. I don't know the trade details yet, but the 49ers, in case you're joining us, the 49ers just selected Renardo Green, a corner out of Florida State. That is a really good pick for the 49ers. That kind of scares me, the way he can cover guys. Because I think that him being paired up with some other guys, that's going to be a dangerous force. That's going to be a dangerous force. But the Seahawks are only a few picks out. Hopefully they can try to attempt to trade up if they can exchange picks. But we'll see what happens. Oh, it looks like we're about to maybe see another national anthem. But here's the selection. They're about to make the selection. Okay. Who are the Jets going to select this time? They already got an offensive lineman to help protect Aaron Rodgers. But who are they going to select this time? Huh. So are we going to see the selection? Hold on, I'm going to mute this for a second. Yeah, it's like veterans. So we're still waiting on the pick for the Jets, but they're about to select someone. Roger Goodell's back up out here to shake the hands with some of the soldiers of the United States of America. So we'll see who the Jets end up selecting. So we'll see how this goes. But my grandma just sent me that's better. So, yeah, that is better for the 49ers right there. That's better. So now they can assess O-line problems that they have. But the Seahawks are only a few picks away from being up there, from being up in the picks. But hopefully the Seahawks can attempt to trade up. Maybe swap some of the picks with another team. Maybe trade with the Eagles or maybe trade with the Bengals since they're a pick right there. But I think we're about to hear this. What? They're about to announce the selection, but I think we're about to hear it here in just a second. But Arizona, I think their pick is in, and then it's Washington. But we're still waiting for the Jets selection. But it looks like they're taking a moment to resemble that. But I'm not sure who they are going to select this time. Yeah, but the Jets need someone to help protect Aaron Rodgers. They need someone to help protect him. But what are we going to see? I'm not sure how the pick is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Finally, we're going to get the pick announced. And it's Roman Wilson. Wait, no, not Roman Wilson from Michigan. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but Rylan Edwards is what I meant to say. Is the current Jet player up there right now. So hopefully, all right. So the Jets are going in to pick, and they traded with the Carolina Panthers. Who are they going to select? Oh, they went receiver. Milichick Corley. Malachi Corley. Malachi Corley. That's a cool first name. Malachi. That's a cool one. I haven't seen this guy play yet, but let me see. Ooh, looks like he's got good speed. Aaron Rodgers just got a good weapon right there. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good selection. Oh my gosh, this dude reminds me of DK. Flat out, it reminds me of DK. He's got speed, he's got physicality, he can push guys out of the way, and he's got kind of the Deebo Samuel vibe. Kind of like DK and Deebo combined into one. Kind of like a hybrid. That's cool. Malachi Corley is now a member of the New York Jets, and Aaron Rodgers has another receiver. And now it's Arizona up to pick, and then Washington. But hopefully, the Seahawks can attempt to trade up. But now Aaron Rodgers got a few new weapons, including Breece Hall, who they've already had, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, and now Malik Corley. So that's a good set of picks right there. That's a good pick right there. And now the Cardinals are on the board again, which are never a threat to the Seattle Seahawks. Who are they going to select? So we'll see who they end up selecting. We're waiting for the announcement to come out. Oh, here we go. Looks like it's about to come out. Okay, here we go. Who are the Cards going to select? Okay. Who are the Cards going to select? Trey Benson, a running back out of Florida State. That's the second running back off the board. That's the second running back off the board. He's got size, speed, downhill, and can average. I didn't get that last piece. But, oh man, the Cardinals might have just gotten a good weapon on a runner. That is really good. That's really, really good. I've watched Florida. Oh my God. He kind of reminds me of Derrick Henry right there. Kind of gives me Derrick Henry vibes. Oh man, the Seahawks might have a problem going against them. But at the same time, Kyler Murray is their quarterback. Oh my gosh, this dude is so fast. He is fast. Oh man, Seahawks might have a problem in run-ins next year. And he's had some comparison to Brees Hall, the guy I just mentioned of the New York Jets. So after this, it's the Washington Commanders, and then the New England Patriots, and then the Chargers. We're only a few picks away from seeing the Seahawks select, unless they trade up and try to swap out picks, exchange picks, which would not be a bad idea. So the Commanders pick is in. Now for the Cardinals, you got James Conner, Trey Benson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Trey McBride. That is going to be a dangerous offense next year. I mean, I'm not expecting them to be competitive because we don't know what to expect from Kyler Murray. But I never underestimate the Cards. I never do. Never do. Every time we've gone against them, it has been a close battle. Every single time. No sign of the Seahawks trading down up yet. No sign of that yet. So the Commanders selection is in, so we'll see who it is that they're going to select. Troy Vincent, the VIP of football operation. Who is it they're going to select? Oh, Brandon Coleman, a guard out of TCU. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, I think they needed help to protect Jane Daniels anyway. So that's not bad. I like him. He was a part of that national championship team, but that fell just short to the Georgia Bulldogs. But that's not bad. I have to say, that is not a bad pick. The Commanders pretty much needed this. So hopefully the Seahawks can attempt to trade down. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping they can try to attempt to trade up to get more, to get an exchange pick. Hopefully attempt to exchange picks. Oh man, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping we can exchange picks with someone. Hopefully. But the pick is in New England. Then the Chargers will be up, and then the Giants, and then the Cardinals again, then the Panthers, and then the Dallas Cowboys, and then the Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, Raiders, Eagles, Cardinals, Bengals, and then the Seahawks if they don't attempt to trade up. Which I'm hoping they do, because if they do, they could exchange picks with another team, which would not be a bad idea. That would not be a bad idea at all. But we need to wait for a few more picks to be selected before we even think about that, because the Eagles there at 40 where the Commander, where they were at 50 at the time. I'm not sure exactly if they're going to do a similar thing, but hopefully the Seattle Seahawks can attempt to trade up to maybe exchange picks so that way they can have another pick in for day number 2, which is currently happening right now. I'm hoping they can, but I don't see it happening. Especially right now, because I haven't seen anything move. Oh yeah. Hold on just a minute, guys. I'll grab one of my pups.
Oh
my gosh, come on.
It's like, a little grumpy.
Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. But this is one of my other 2 little dogs, little Nella baby. She's another one of my 2 dogs. I'm gonna look at you real quick. Oh, sorry about that. But this is another one of my little puppies here. A little Nella baby. Hold on. You want to eat? You want to get one? She's mostly mellow for the time, but whenever she gets tired, she gets very grumpy. Especially when I do tummy rubs with her. But when she's tired. This is a little mellow girl here. But her eyes can clearly glow. But this is another one of my 2 little dogs. And is also rocking a Seattle Seahawks jersey right there. But okay, so some of the notable third round picks that have happened so far. Oh, some notable third round picks that have happened in the past has been Travis Kelce from 2013. And then another one was Cooper Kupp. Oh, I didn't even know he was selected in the third round a few years ago. I didn't even know that. But those are two of the notables. But hopefully the Patriots don't select anybody good because I don't want them to be good for another couple of years. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, is it good? No. But this is another one of my two little dogs. This is Nala right here. But the pick is in for New England, so hopefully the Patriots don't select anybody good because I want them to be bad for another couple of years. Just me personally. But here we go. The pick is in, so we're just waiting for the announcement from the commissioner or another former player. They did get Mac Jones. They traded away Mac Jones to the Commanders. I mean, not to the Commanders, to the Jaguars. And then also signed Jacoby Brissett and drafted Drake May earlier in the draft. And then also recently drafted Pollock out of Washington, a wide receiver from there. So, and there's been no receiver there was no receiver with 600 plus receiving yards in 2023. But here we go. The selection's about to happen for New England. So here we go. The Patriots are about to make their selection. I'm not sure how many picks we have remaining. The Seahawks haven't done anything yet. And the Seahawks haven't attempted to trade up yet. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that situation as it develops. But it looks like we're about to hear next pick. Hopefully the Patriots are not good for another couple of years. Because their winning time's up. Their winning time is up. So, Troy Vincent's up there again. The executive of football operations. So, who are they going to select? Just say the pick already. Just say it already. Okay. Come on, just say it already. Okay, here we go. I think we're about to get the pick. Okay, here's the pick. Who is it going to be? Caden Wallace, a tackle out of Penn State, had 40 career starts, and okay, so it's a Penn State tackle. So I don't know much about this guy, but I know that the Penn State Navy lines were pretty decent last year. Let's see. Oh yeah, he looks like a really good tackle. Okay, looks like he can handle two people at once. That's good news. Not bad, I have to say, not bad. Not bad at all. So now the Chargers are on the clock and their pick is already in. No sign of the Seahawks trading up yet. We're only about 12 picks away from the Seahawks selection unless they do attempt to trade up and exchange picks. So we'll keep an eye on that situation, but the Chargers their pick is currently in, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are up again here in a little while too, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But here we go. the Chargers are up to select again. So, who is it that they select? Who are they going to select? Who are they going to select? Okay. Are they going to go after another weapon for Justin Herbert? Maybe a running back? Who are the Chargers going to select this time? Come on, just say it already. Come on. I mean, if you're just joining us, a few picks were made recently. I can't recall the most recent one, but okay, here we go. Kate Wallace was, of course, the last guy chosen by the New England Patriots, but here we go. Who are the Chargers going to select? Junior Colson, linebacker, Michigan. And Jim Harbaugh is reunited with one of his former players from his college. And the former Michigan Wolverine is going to LA to play alongside Jim Harbaugh. Oh, that's awesome for him. I'm happy for the brother. This dude is amazing. This guy, Junior Colson, is really good. And he's being paired up with his old head coach back at Michigan. That is a really good selection right there. Oh, man, that's a good selection for the Chargers defense. But no sign of the Seahawks attempted to trade up yet. I'm keeping a close eye on that situation. But the Giants are up next. But Junior Colson, I like that pick for the Los Angeles Chargers. I really do like it. So hopefully the Seahawks can attempt to trade up and hopefully exchange one of their fourth round picks. Because I would be happy if we did that. So hopefully the Seahawks can do something in that trade regard. We're keeping a close eye on that situation here. But New York is up next. But Junior Colson is a really good player. He's going to excel with the Chargers, especially with his former college head coach coaching him again. That's really awesome. That's really cool. I'm happy for the guy. All right. So the Giants, I'm not sure if their pick is in yet. I am not certain if their pick is in. We are waiting to see. Okay. Oh, and we are looking at the current defensive players. So we got Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Junior Colson, Onstay Samuel Jr., and Derwin James Jr. That's going to be a good defense next year. That's going to be a really decent defense. That's going to be decent. So, former Michigan players that have been drafted so far have been 4. J.J. McCarthy to the Minnesota Vikings, Chris Jenkins to Cincinnati, Mike Strinsdale to the Commanders, and most recently, Junior Colson to the Chargers. So, now the Giants selection's in, and Tiki Barber is up to select again. Let's see who they are going to pick. So let's see who they're going to select. Okay. Okay. Oh, Andrew Phillips, a cornerback out of Kentucky. It's not bad, not bad. I know that some of the Kentucky players are really good. So that's a good selection. That is a really good selection made by the New York Giants. And, oh, yeah, he can cover very well. He's a warrior down. So, wow. He can really play. He's a ball hawk. He really is. So, no sign of the Seahawks trading up yet. But we'll see how this goes. And it looks like he can leap over a car, too. Not bad. Not bad at all. So now the Cardinals pick is in. No sign of the Seahawks attempting to trade up yet. I'm still keeping an eye on that situation. So the Cardinals pick is in. We are waiting for that pick to be announced. But Andrew Phillips, welcome to New York. That's going to be a good pick. That's a good one right there. 2 safety players for the New York Football Giants and a receiver. But Spencer Rattler's still on the board. I'm not sure if anybody's going to pick him up. The Seahawks could likely pick him up, but at the same time, I wouldn't like that because Sam Howell's already there. So the Cardinals are up. They're about to make their selection. Isaiah Adams, a guard out of Illinois. Another Illinois player off the board. And that's a good selection. I know that he's a 2-time All Big Ten honorable mention. That is a good selection by the Arizona Cardinals. That's a really good selection. Still no sign of the Seahawks attempting to trade up. Still nothing yet. So hopefully the Seahawks can attempt to trade up. And if they do, that would be awesome if they could get someone. If they could get at least two picks in today. If they could at least try to trade up to get 2. And exchange some picks. I'm not sure how that can entirely be possible, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Philly does, I think, have a few picks for this round. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but the Carolina Panthers are up next, and then it is the Dallas Cowboys up to select again. So we'll see. And then it's Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Philly, Arizona, and then Cincinnati, and then Seattle if they do not trade up. Which I'm hoping they do so they can at least get another pick in for day 2. That would be a best case scenario for the Seattle Seahawks. Worst case scenario, they don't trade up and they end up selecting someone good in this part and have 5 picks for tomorrow. Which, I mean, honestly wouldn't be that bad. So hopefully the Seahawks can do something. Carolina Panthers will pick in just a matter of moments. I'm not sure what the last number of pick is in the 3rd round, but I know we're getting close to that last pick of today. Now, if we do have to trade down and get some other things, that would not be so bad either. And Ayuk still has not been traded away from Briscoe. Because I know I've been keeping an eye on that situation too. I like the way that the 49ers went with their second pick that they have overall. But kind of still wasted that first one. They still kind of wasted that first one on a receiver. Now they are trading away Ayuk. Then I can see that, but I don't see why they would get a receiver in the first round. That is just a dumb move in my opinion. Sorry about the grumbling in the background. That's my dog Robbie looking at the TV. But we're waiting for the Carolina Panthers pick to be announced. This Robbie girl is just loving to bark at the TV whenever she can get the possibility to. So we'll see what happens with Carolina. But I'm trying to keep an eye out for the last pick of this round, of the 3rd round. Okay, so it's the Commanders making the last pick at 100. So that's the last pick. So we got about 18 picks left. 28 or like some amount of picks left. I'm not sure. 28 picks left, I think. Yep, 28 picks. Remaining in day 2 of the NFL draft, and then we'll be live again tomorrow for the NFL draft day 3, where the Seahawks will have a lot of choices to make, where they currently have 5 in that round. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully the Seahawks can attempt to trade up and get some picks for get another pick in for day 2. The Carolina Panthers have missed the playoffs for 6 straight seasons, which I believe one of them was the last time that Cam Newton played for the team. But hopefully Bryce Young can lead this team to glory in the future. But I don't see that happening anytime soon because Carolina is just being a bit of a heck hole right now. All right, I think we're about to get the pick in here. I believe we're about to get the pick. All right, who is going to be the man to be selected? Let's see who it is. Who are the Panthers going to select? Oh, Trevin Wallace, a linebacker out of Kentucky. Not bad, not bad. Another linebacker on the board. That's not bad. I would have gone for Jeremiah Trotter, but that's not bad. I'll take it. I'm hoping the Seahawks are going to get him. I mean, sure they need offensive line, but still, Jeremiah Trotter would be a really good selection for the Seahawks. In my personal opinion, they could get some more O-linemen in the last day of the NFL draft. So, because they already filled some of the gaps in free agency. So hopefully the Seahawks can trade up and exchange picks. No sign of them doing that yet, but the Cowboys pick is in. Hopefully they select someone bad again. But that guy, Neeland, that I'm not sure who that guy is, but I know he's going to be dangerous from what I saw from his highlights. All right, Cowboys. What are you going to do? Their pick is in right now. We're just waiting for the official announcement, which is just about to come in. So, Cowboy selection is about to commence. Here we go. Who are the Cowboys going to select? Cooper Beebe, a guard out of Kansas State. Now, this guy I kind of look at as a really good offensive lineman. I mean, he can really do well he did well for Kansas State. And he won the Big 12 2 years ago. So, that's not bad. I have to say, that's not bad. That is not bad. He can be physical up front. He can absolutely bulldoze guys over. He's a good blocker, especially when having a run game, which the Cowboys do not have right now. I would have gone running back, but because there's still Bucky Irvin is still available. And the Atlanta Falcons pick is in. The Seahawks is still not traded up yet. We are still keeping a close eye on that situation. They're only 6 picks away from selecting. Or actually, correction, 7. Currently with this pick. But that's not bad for the Cowboys. That's not bad. I have to admit, that's not bad. But they're still going to lose in the playoffs, as we all know. They're still going to lose in the playoffs, as they always do. They're still going to lose. They're still going to choke. Every year they do the same thing. They're still going to choke. We know that. We still know they're going to choke. But who are they going to take? All right. Who are the Falcons going to take? Oh, excuse me. Who is it? Ooh! Okay! Breelance Rice, defensive edge out of Washington. That is a good pick right there. That is a really good selection. I really like this guy. I've watched him during his time at Washington. This dude can make plays. And I think that the Atlanta Falcons got a really good player on defense with that pick. That is a good selection right there. That's a steal right there. That is a big steal. So now it's the Chicago Bears. The Seahawks still have not traded up as of yet. We're still keeping a current eye on that situation as it is slowly developing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're almost 25 picks away from the end of, we're 25 picks away from the end of day 2 of the NFL. So after this pick, it is the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders, and then the Philadelphia Eagles, then Arizona, and then Cincy, and then Seattle if they don't attempt to trade up. If they could trade with Arizona to get those 2 round picks, 2 third-round picks, and trade them their current pick for this round and a 4th rounder for this round as well, that would be a good idea. I would be all on that. I'll be all on that. So the Bears pick is in. I'm keeping a close eye on the Seahawks situation because we're getting close. Hopefully we can get someone good as far as like guards go. But if we do not go after guard, Cameron Kitchens is still available. I mean, I would not bother with Cameron Kitchens coming to Seattle. I would not mind that at all. Because that guy reminds me of Cam so much. Cam Chancellor, oh man, if we got him, that would help our secondary a ton. So we'll see what happens here. But the Bears pick is in. I think it's going to happen after the commercial break. So we're currently 25 picks away from the end of this round. Some notable players that were selected 35th, 75th overall was Russell Wilson back in 2012, which he won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks in 2014. Which, that's, if the Seahawks can get a steal here, hopefully they can do something. I'm keeping a close eye on this situation in Seattle, if they can attempt to trade up. Come on, Seattle, do something. Do something. I would not mind trading with Arizona. I would not mind that at all. If we could just swap picks. If that's the case, then I would take it. I'll take it if that happens. But come on, Seattle, do something. Do some kind of trade. Trade up something. Do something. I hope they can. Hopefully, we can get a good player at 81st. Which, if it's not guard, I would either go with safety or linebacker. If it's not a guard, I would probably go either tight end, defensive secondary, or I would go with a linebacker. Inside linebacker that can cover the secondary. So we are a few picks away from knowing who exactly the Seahawks will select. Okay, the Bears are about to get their pick in. We have 25 picks remaining in the 3rd round of the NFL draft. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for day 3 of the NFL draft, which will be topping things off. And some good players are still available. Javon Sanders is still on the board. Marshawn Lloyd, along with some really good other guys, including Mohamed Kamara. That would be another guy I could see the Seahawks drafting. Someone. I hope it's whoever it is. I hope it's good. I hope it's good. Whoever the Seahawks get, I hope that the Seattle Seahawks get someone. Hopefully. Well, I'm going to sit down here for a minute. But the Bears have never had a quarterback to throw for 4,000 plus yards or 30 plus touchdowns in a season. So we'll see if that happens for the first time this season for the Chicago Bears. But here we go. The pick is in. The Denver Broncos are currently on the clock. But we'll see how the Bears do. What are they going to do? I mean, it's going to be, I'm not sure who it is, but I'm thinking it's going to be another weapon for Caleb Williams or defense. Something. Okay, who is it? Karen Agagi out of Yale. A tackle out of Yale. Yale. Out of Yale. But I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but it's another person to help protect Caleb Williams, so that's good news for the Bears' offensive line. That's good news for the Bears' offense. So, now it is Denver up to pick next, the Donkeys up to pick, and then it's the Raiders, and then it's the Eagles, Cards, Bengals, and then the Seahawks. No sign of the Seahawks trading up yet. Hopefully they can do that because we're nearing that 81st overall pick. Hopefully they can attempt to trade up with their third rounder and maybe potentially one of their fourth rounders. Hopefully, we'll see. But the Denver Broncos pick is in. The Donkeys pick is in. But we'll see. We'll see. It's good. It's difficult right now to see who exactly the Seahawks can draft because there's still a lot of good players available. Oh, it looks like we got another person doing the gritty out there. Oh, Derek Duran. I'm not very familiar with the name. Okay, who are the Denver Broncos going to select? Who are the Donkeys going to select? Okay, we'll see what happens here. Who is it they're going to select? Jonah Ellis out of Utah, an edge rusher. Okay, so not too far from Denver. Not too far. Let me see what this guy is capable of. A skilled rusher, active hands. Okay. Okay, it looks like he can stop runs on the outside and also gets a quarterback with ease. That's good news for the Broncos. Still no sign of the Seahawks attempting to trade up. There's only 5 picks remaining until the Seahawks select. But man, this is going to be a crazy draft night so far. We've had more trades today than we have had yesterday, which we've had a lot. We had a lot yesterday, but we got a lot more trades that happened today. But the Raiders pick is in. The Raiders are about to select. I'm not sure what else the Raiders need, but the Seahawks are up in 5 picks from now. Hopefully they can attempt to trade up or something. Hopefully. Maybe exchange picks. Something. Hopefully. I'm hoping that happens. Hopefully. Maybe with Arizona. Hopefully. But here we go. I think we're about to see who is going to be selected for the Raiders. My Aunt Gigi's team. So hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we can see another good player selected by the Raiders. That would be huge for their team. Who is it they're going to select? Waiting for the... Oh, here we go. Who is it? Oh, another tackle! Delmar Glaze. A tackle out of Maryland. That's not bad. I have to say, that is not bad. Getting more protection with getting Jackson Powers-Johnson earlier... That is a good selection for the Raiders. Getting more protection up front. I think that's what they've needed for the last few years. And I think that's going to help Gardner Minshew excel there. No sign of the Seahawks trading up yet. Currently 4 picks away with the Houston Texans up next. And then the Cards, Bengals, and then the Seahawks. Oh, man. I'm hoping, Jared, if we do not get a guard, I would be honestly happy with either a linebacker, a safety, or a tight end. Any one of those guys would work. If we were not to get offensive line. But if it's a tight end, we need a blocking tight end. So that can help out with our O-line. And we got a trade that the Texans have traded up. The Texans have traded up. I didn't know that they were... Oh, okay. I don't know who exactly they traded up with, but the pick is in. But Arizona is up next after them, and then it's Cincinnati, and then it's the Seahawks. Oh, man. I'm not sure what the Seahawks are going to be thinking right now. Ugh. I just hope whoever we get is good. I just hope that. I hope it's like Byron Murphy sort of deal, by a different position. Okay. But we currently are about over 22 picks away from the end of day 3 of the NFL draft. So hopefully, day 2 of the NFL draft. I'll be live tomorrow for day 3 of the NFL. The Seahawks currently have 5 picks available for day 3. I'm hoping they can attempt to at least trade in one of their 4th rounders into the 3rd round. Hopefully that's the case. Oh, we got another trade. Indianapolis just traded with the Cardinals. So pretty much the picture of the Seahawks trading with the Cardinals is out of the picture. Dang it. Oh, man. But, I mean, hey, 81st pick, I'll take it. I'll take one pick one day, every day. But we got 5 picks tomorrow, so that's good news. I hope we can get some good players. I just really hope we can. If there's one player I do want to try to attempt to get, it's Cameron Kitchens. Because this dude reminds me so much of Bam Bam. He reminds me so much of Bam Bam Cam Chancellor. And also along with his teammate, James Williams. Any one of those two would work if it's not a guard. But the Texans were waiting for their pick to be announced as we're waiting to come back from commercial break. But I'm hoping we can at least hit 225 subscribers before the end of the draft day, if not 250. So if we can hit 225 before the end of the draft, that would be very well appreciated. But if in case you missed it earlier on, we had a lot of surprising picks. The Cowboys ended up drafting 2 recent players, Marshawn Nyland and one other guy. I can't remember his name at the moment. But they still have not gotten a running back, and they still have not gotten a corner, which is some things they need, and also have not gotten a defensive tackle. But the Seahawks are up in 4 picks. But pretty much the picture I had of them trading up to get Arizona's 3rd round picks is pretty much out of the picture. But, oh man, dang it. I really wanted to attempt to trade up so that we can have 2 picks in today. But, hey, 5 tomorrow, I'll take it. But the Texans pick is about to be announced. Oh man. I'm hoping whoever we get is going to be at least good. If we could get Jeremiah Trotter or Cam Kitchens, that would be good if the Texans don't get him. And if the Texans do get Cam Kitchens, that would be huge for their defense, in my opinion. But we're about to hear the announcement. Okay, here we go. Texans are about to announce. Okay. Oh, it was a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. All right. Who is it? Ooh, Kalen Bullock out of USC. a safety out of USC. Not bad. That's not bad. That dude I really like. He looks really good from his time that he had at USC. He's fast. He can cover very well. He can read plays. He can do everything for the Texans. That is a really good selection. And the Texans secondary just got a little stronger. So the Colts are up now after their trade with the Arizona Cardinals. And then it's the Cincinnati Bengals. And then it's the Seahawks. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what entirely we're going to get. But I hope we get someone at least decent. If it's not an offensive guard. Which I think is what the Seahawks are kind of eyeing. But if it's another defensive player, I would not be surprised because it's Mike McDonald. If it's another defensive player, I would not be surprised whatsoever. Because the Seahawks, I gotta say, their offensive line has had issues. Especially with Abraham Lucas getting injured constantly. But they need someone that can help with that offensive line. And if it's not offensive line, then it would probably have to either be a tight end that can block or a defensive player. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But the Colts are about to select. After this, it's the Bengals, and then it'll be the Seahawks. Who are the Colts going to select? Ooh, man. Yep. All right. Who is it? Okay, they got a tackle out of Pittsburgh. Matt Goncalves. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it right. But he's a 6'6", 327-pound offensive lineman out of Pittsburgh. A side locker room away from the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room. That's a good selection. It looks like he's very big and huge and can help protect their running backs. That's a good selection. But now it is the Bengals' turn. Who are they going to select? I'm honestly not sure. But hopefully, I'm hoping it's not Cam Kitchens. If we are going to indeed eye him. But the pick is in Cincinnati. We have not traded with a team yet. We have not traded down. Nor have we had a trade in the entire draft. So if we do end up picking today, we'll have 5 picks for tomorrow. But the Bengals pick is in. The Seahawks are up next after the Bengals. And then it is the Cardinals, Rams, and then the Steelers, and then the Cleveland Browns. All right, it looks like we're about to get an announcement. from the Bengals. Who are the Bengals going to select? I'm hoping they select someone good, but hopefully it's not one of the players I want. Who is it? Okay. Who is it? Oh, it says this guy. Oh! Oh my gosh! They drafted a receiver! Jermaine Burton! Out of Alabama! What? I get that. I think they're trying to do it to replace Tyler Boyd. But, oh my gosh. I did not expect that. And, oh man, he looks good. That's a big weapon in for Cincinnati. But now it is my team's turn. The Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. And hopefully their pick is already in. Let their pick be already in. Oh man, that is a good selection by the Bengals. That is a good selection. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to stand up for this one because it's my team and the pick is in. The Seattle Seahawks are up next. Who are they going to select? That's the big question on my mind. But it looks like we're heading to a commercial break. Oh man, I'm going to use the restroom really quick and I'll be right back. And by then, we should know who exactly the Seahawks are about to select. Hopefully, it's a good person. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So coming up, the Seahawks are making their selection. Hopefully, it's someone good. Hopefully, it's someone good. Either O-line, tight end, defensive secondary. Hopefully, maybe inside linebacker. Hopefully, it's someone good. I'm just hoping it's someone good. Okay, I'm standing up for this one. And I might bring this draft live stream to an end at pick number 90, so that way I can get some rest for tomorrow and also have some time to prepare before tomorrow's live stream. So I'm going to call this an end when we hit 80, when we hit 90, when we hit the 90th overall pick. That's when I'm going to call it a night. Or after that commercial, after it goes to that commercial, after the 90th pick. So, here we go. The Seahawks the pick is in. There's no sign of their selection yet. And I'll be sure to let you know who it is once we make the selection. Oh man, I hope it's someone good. I hope it's someone good. The Seahawks are right there. The Seahawks are right there. Their pick is in. Please be someone good. We already got Byron Murphy, which I'm happy with. But are we going to go get a guard? Are we going to go get a guard? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Our offensive rank was ranked 17th last year. And our defensive rank was ranked 25th last year. And we've missed the playoffs 2 seasons of the last 3. Which is not bad for the amount that we missed. Okay, here we go. The pick is about to come in. And it looks like we got a special guest here. And, we got a few. We got a few special guests. Oh, Tyler Lockett's there. Tyler Lockett is in the building. Lockett's in the building. Oh, that's awesome. And it looks like it's a flag football team that he's with. Yep, girls flag football. Who are the Seahawks gonna select? Oh man, I'm hoping it's someone good. Oh man, here it is. Here it is. Who is it? Ooh! We got a guard! Christian Hayes out of UConn! I like that. That is good. He's got balance, excellent angles, big, and he was big in the Senior Bowl as well. Oh man, that's good. And he can help protect the runners. That is a good selection right there. That is good right there. Oh man, now I'm excited about that. We got a man out of UConn. My goodness, that is good. That's a good choice. I like that. But oh man, he can snuff out guys. He's a great blocker. That is a really good option by the Seattle Seahawks. Oh man, that's a good choice. That's a really good choice, Seattle. Great pick. Great job, John Schneider. Great job. Now the Seahawks have a defensive tackle and a guard, but the question is, what else are they going to go after? We know they're still going to go for a tight end, but now with the guard section finally filled for the Seahawks, they selected Christian Hayes out of UConn. That's a good choice. I like that. But the Cardinals pick is in after trading with the Colts. Let's see who it is for the Cards. Who is it for the Cardinals? Tip Ryman out of Illinois, a tight end out of Illinois. All right, not bad. Not bad, I have to say. Not bad. But about the Seahawk one, Christian Hayes, I looked at the highlights that they just showed. That was a really good choice by the Seahawks, and I'm excited to see Christian Hayes in the city of Seattle. That was a really good choice. Now, about this one, Tip Ryman, from what I hear, from what I see, he looks like he's a good catching tight end, which I'm not sure if that's what the Cardinals are looking for. But I am going to call this at pick number 90 after it goes to commercial, after pick number 90. But Theo Johnson and Jerome Bell, along with Javon Sanders, those three tight ends are still on the board. And this round 3 ends at pick 100. Oh, man. But the Rams pick is in. Let's see who the Rams go for this time. If you're just joining us, the Seattle Seahawks selected Christian Hayes out of UConn. That was a good choice by the Seattle Seahawks. But we still need something. I'm not sure what. They might go after safety. I'm not. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what pick was it they had in the 3rd round? Because I think it's pretty early. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Hold on just a moment. Oh, it was pick 102. They could trade into the round. They very well could trade because they have the 102 pick. If they could trade in with one of those teams in the final 3 picks, that would be an ideal case scenario if they could still. That would mean they would still get a pick in for this round. But the Rams are up to select. Let's see who they select. Oh! Blake Corum! I did not see that coming. Another running back off the board, and it's Blake Corum. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I did not expect Blake Corum to go to the Rams. I did not expect that. Oh my goodness. And I think his brother, James Corum, is in the division as well. A member of the Arizona Cardinals. Oh my gosh. I had no idea the Rams were even interested. And I don't think running backs even any one of their needs. I mean, sure, they need someone other than Cam Akers after he got traded. But still, that is a big-time player right there. That guy, we're going to have to keep full-on eyes locked on because that dude can create plays with ease. We're going to need to keep a close eye on him when we play him. Good choice by the Rams, though. Great choice. But now it is the Steelers, the Steel City up to select again. Are they going to go for a receiver this time? Because I know receiver is one of their needs. I know that receiver is one of the Steeler needs. Who are the Steelers going to select this time? But Blake Corum, I'm honestly afraid to go against him. Oh, man. I mean, I did not expect Blake Corum to go to the Rams. I did not see that coming. But the Steelers are up, and then it's the Browns, and then it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and then it's Dallas. Oh my goodness. Rams get another big player. I'm not exactly sure why they went after a running back, but now you add him on with Kyron Williams, another running back, and also along with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. That's going to be a dangerous team next year. They're still dangerous, even without Aaron Donald. But the pick is in Pittsburgh. The it looks like that the Cleveland Browns are on the clock, and that or either that or Dallas. Okay, here we go. The pick is in for the Steel City. Are they going to go after a receiver this time? Are they going to go receiver? Here we go. Okay. They do get a receiver, and it's Roman Wilson. Back-to-back Michigan weapons gone, with Blake Corum going to the Rams and Roman Wilson going to the Steelers. Oh, that's a good one right there. That's good. He's a speedster. That's a dangerous pick right there. That's dangerous. That dude can create plays. And Dude Wilson's in the same uniform. Russell Wilson and Roman Wilson. I don't know what this Steelers team is doing, but it's looking dangerous to me. I'm not expecting them to be an AFC threat, but this is just the beginning of a build-up in Steel City. I'm just saying it right now. But they still need a quarterback in the future, which I believe might be Justin Fields after Russell Wilson. Now, Cleveland is on the board, along with the Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers. But we're nearing the end of the NFL draft. I am going to call it at the commercial of the 90th overall pick, or after that, the next commercial after the 90th overall pick, just because I'm getting a little tired, so that way I can hit bed, and so that way we can be here tomorrow morning for the NFL draft round from day 3. Day 4 through 7. Round 4 through 7. But the pick is in Cleveland. Let's see who it is. But Roman Wilson, that's a good pick by the Steelers. Oh man. Oh man, that was a good pick. Yep. So all that coming. But the Seahawks selected Christian Hayes, so that's a good pick. I really like that pick, and it helps our offensive line. Oh, yeah, another text. Oh. Okay. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much did the rest of the NFL world with the Christian Hayes pick. But the Seahawks, they still have a lot of concerns even after their first 2 selections. I do believe that they're going to be going after maybe a tight end in tomorrow if they don't trade into the picks. But you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and push through. I'm going to push through to pick number 100. I'm going to go ahead and push through. But if you're just joining us, the Pittsburgh Steelers just just drafted Roman Wilson, and now the Cleveland Browns are currently on the clock. And their pick will come up right after the commercial. But, I mean, the Steelers are being aggressive in the draft. I have to admit. They are being aggressive, and I like the picks that they've made so far. They're assessing a lot of needs, which has been their offensive line. They've gotten a new receiver. I might be starting to change my mind about their positioning in the division. I might be starting to change my mind. Instead of maybe not last place, I would put them in third. If the Cleveland Browns are not that good next year. Which Deshaun Watson will be back next season, but oh man. But Blake Corum going to the Rams, that is going to be dangerous for the Seahawks to handle. But hopefully Byron Murphy can put an end to him in the with the new tackle unit. But I'm just saying it right now, the Seahawks pass rush is I believe, one of the most underrated rush units in the NFL because I'll get back to that in just a minute. But right now we got the Browns pick. Right? I'll get back to that in just a minute, but we got the Browns pick. Who is it that they're going to get? Who is it? Oh, a Michigan guard. Zach Zentner. That is a good pick right there. That's really good. And I think the Browns really need that, especially going against opponents in the division like Pittsburgh. You got the Ravens. You got the Bengals to deal with. That's a good pick by the Cleveland Browns. That's a good pick. And now it's the Niners. And then, oh, wait a minute. We got another trade. We have another trade. It was going to be Philly, but it looks like that the 49ers have traded up. Wait a minute. Did Ayuk go to the Eagles? Did Brandon Ayuk just get traded to the Eagles? Did that just happen? Did the Eagles just get Brandon Ayuk in that trade? Oh, man. Oh, man. We got a trade alert as the San Francisco 49ers have traded up with the Eagles. But does that mean that Ayuk went to Philly? Does that mean that Ayuk went to Philly? I'm still waiting on the draft details to pop up on the screen. I'm still waiting on the details. We recently got a trade. For those of you just joining us, we have a trade by the 49ers with the Philadelphia Eagles, but the selection's in. I'm not sure if Ayuk was included in that trade. I have no idea if Ayuk was included in that trade. But here we go. The Niners have selected who is it? Another tackle! Dominique Pooney out of Kansas. Okay, another guard. Another guard out of off the board. But did Ayuk get traded to Philly in that trade? I am still curious if that just happened. If that is indeed the case. I want to know the trade details, but it didn't pop up. But as I was saying about the Hawks, but the Dallas Cowboys are up next, for those of you that are wondering. As I was saying about the Cowboys' defensive pass rush unit, I think it's the most underrated pass rush unit in the NFL. Let me explain. You add Byron Murphy already to a very dangerous pass rush. You add him with Jaron Reed, Leonard Williams, Darrell Taylor, Uchenna Nwosu, Boye Mafe, and now you got Byron Murphy. I mean, I don't know what to expect from the Seahawks. I'm not expecting playoffs, but this rush unit, I am liking where it's going under Mike McDonald. I really like it. Now, I originally did want Fatanu with that first round pick. I originally did. But I like the Byron Murphy one because it kind of reminds me of Aaron Donald vibes. He gives me Aaron Donald type of vibes. And you pair him up with a already dangerous pass rush unit. I mean, who knows? Maybe potentially the Seahawks can do well in the first season under Mike McDonald. But I am going to call it at pick number 90. I am going to call it at pick number 90. So that way we can hit the hay. So we'll hit the hay then. But if the Seahawks do end up trading up and I don't know about it, I'll get to it right away tomorrow morning. But I'm going to check a few messages here. Yep. Okay. But I'm still curious if Ayuk was included in that trade. I'm not sure if he was. I would look it up right now, but my phone doesn't have a web browser. I would look that up if I had web browser. Oh, my mom's currently looking that up, so we can know for certain if Ayuk was included in that trade. If he was, then that selection the 49ers made yesterday with Rick Pearsall would be understandable. But we'll see what happens with the Cowboys. We'll end it at the Arizona pick after that commercial, once that one hits a commercial break, after the 90th pick. After it hits a commercial break with the 90th pick, once the 90th pick is complete, then I'll call it a night. But just to note, some of the teams that are still available to draft a player are the Green Bay Packers next after the Dallas Cowboys. I'm trying to get the next one, but the captions are getting in the way. Tampa Bay. I'm trying to get the Arizona. And then also along with... I'm trying to get it through the closed captions because I'm trying to see what the people are saying. And then Green Bay again, Tampa Bay again, Baltimore, Philly, Buffalo, Jacksonville, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, the Rams, and the Commanders. And then the next round will start with the Panthers, and I believe, if I am correct, the Seahawks. Because they have pick 102. Which is right away in the second round. The fourth round. So, pick is in for the Dallas Cowboys. What are they going to do? I'm wondering what they're going to do. Are they going to select their first running back, which is a position they need? Or are they going to go corner or linebacker? Oh, so don't select Jeremiah Trotter. Do not. If there's one place I do not want Jeremiah Trotter going, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Because I know he would perform very well in there.
Who did San Francisco trade with?
Philly. Philly. It was Philly. But here we go. The next pick is up. So the Cowboys are about to make their selection. Okay, Cowboys. What are they going to do? What pick are they going to make? Oh, man. This is it. The Cowboys are up to pick. Who is it? Is it a running back? A linebacker, but it's not Mafe. It's Maurice Lefau, a linebacker out of Notre Dame. Okay. I mean, let's see what this guy can do in the highlights. Okay. Looks like he's an inside linebacker. That's good news. Okay, so I got the trade details from the 49ers pick, but the Cowboy pick, I believe, was a good one. So it was a pick swap, so that means Ayuk wasn't included in the trade. The 49ers receive an 86th overall pick. With that pick, they selected their guy up there. While the Eagles have the 94th overall pick. and the 132nd overall pick. So the San Francisco 49ers did get rid of one of their picks in that trade with the Eagles. So the Packers pick is in. Let's see who the Packers are going to select. I'm going to stand up for the last little bit. So I am going to call it at pick number 90. After that commercial that it's going to hit after pick number 90. Once it hits that commercial break, I'm going to call it a night. So here we go. Who are the Packers going to select? Who is it? Who is it? Oh! A running back to pair up with Josh Jacobs and A.J. Dillon as the Green Bay Packers have selected Marshawn Lloyd, running back out of USC. Oh man, this dude can run. He is a great runner. He can make plays. He reminds me of Kenneth Walker and DeAndre Swift. This guy is a chaos maker in the run game. That is a great pick by the Packers. And you pair him up with A.J. Dillon and Josh Jacobs, that is amazing. And it looks like he can receive too. Looks like he can catch the ball too. Good pick by the Packers. All right, Tampa Bay is up next. And then it is Arizona. If we hit a commercial after Arizona, once we hit a commercial after the Arizona pick, I'm going to call it night. But if the Seahawks, and I did get confirmation, the Seahawks have the second pick into day 3 of the NFL, which is pick 102 after the Carolina Panthers select. So here we go. Tampa Bay is about to make their selection. Ooh, I'm wondering who they're going to get. Are they going to get offense or are they going to get defense? That's my big question right now. Here it is. Who is it? Who is it? Show me the money. Oh! Oh! They got a safety. Tyke Smith. Oh man, that's a steal right there. Yo, I've watched this Tyke Smith. Yo, this guy is a beast in the secondary. This guy can create plays. He can do everything. And the best place for him to land is Tampa Bay. That is a great pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Amazing selection. That was really good by Tampa Bay. And now it's Arizona. And then once it hits a commercial break after the Arizona pick, then I'm going to call it night. But if the Seahawks do end up trading up, I'll have to find out who it is tomorrow morning. But here we go. Cardinals pick is in. Who is it they're going to select? I'm wondering who it is they're going to select. They've already got a receiver. They've already got an edge rusher. They got a tight end. And they've got a few other things. Who is it? And also a running back and a guard, tight end. Okay. So who would it be that they would select? All right, here we go. And if it hits commercial after this pick, I'm going to call it night. Okay, who is it? Okay. Oh, Elijah Jones out of Boston College. All right, not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Not bad whatsoever. That is really good. I'm going to wait until it hits commercial break for after this pick, and then I'm going to call it a night. So, and then we'll see if the Seahawks do end up making a move later on in the draft. If it happens tonight, I'll be sure to let everyone know what happens after this tomorrow morning, but we'll see what happens. But Elijah Jones, I really like this pick for the Cardinals. That is a good selection by the Arizona Cardinals. And We are only 10 picks away, but I'm going to call it a night if this does hit commercial. Which I believe it is about to hit a commercial. Yep, it is. So that's it. I'm going to call it a night. If you guys did enjoy this live stream, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Be sure to leave a like and comment on your thoughts on the picks. And I'll catch you all tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Mountain Time, at 9 o'clock Pacific Time, and 12 o'clock Eastern Time. So long for now.